is versus Trey Magnum. It's hard to tell because the gamer tags don't show, but it looks like him and seems like him.
It's gonna be a lot closer, a lot more interesting. 22 points.
Yo, what's the word, y'all boys, man?
Is Patty
How
Mills
y'all
back?
feeling, man?
This build's looking
I
crazy.
am not
It's
sure.
2K time. Y'all know what's going on, bro.
Yo, is this Trey Magnum? Yes or no in the chat?
I think this is Trey Magnum right here. I think this is Trey Magnum, one of the best 1v1 players in the world.
You can see his build too. 93 driving dunk, 91 midi, 86 ball handle. So he made it with 6'7". Again, I think meta might be 6'7". So we'll get to some 6'7" builds in a second. 86 ball handle, 85 prim, 83 speed, 82 D board.
We here for it.
Pretty good build. 6'7" small
Way
forward.
midi slasher, post up sharpshooter.
Looks like a solid ISO build. So we got a good matchup. There's
Guys, keep in mind, this gameplay is a 6. I'm gonna stop pausing
this
it.
game
But
is gonna be back and forth, and you guys will also see
this gameplay is a 6'10" build.
So there's a lot to take
at
away
Community Day.
right here. Look at
Not
the-
even knowing what the best SIGs are.
The blow-bys, not looking
Anything.
at
So you gotta take this
speed.
all with a grain of salt.
also
You
can
could see the
tell
potential with the dribbling.
Because he always be
I
doing
feel
that.
like.
Right here, we're gonna pick up our dribble, and guys, in
Wow.
this
Yo,
game-
That's wild.
Another one.
That's wild.
What is going in?
Bro! How? How though? Like his hand is up. I'm not gonna lie,
What is
bro.
going in?
His hand is fucking up, almost blocking the ball. Am I bugging or no?
No, you're not bugging,
This
bro.
game, I'm seeing a lot of
I'm
bailout.
hoping that the theater mode was on like rookie or something or pro. I don't know.
A lot of
but
BS buckets. I'ma just keep it a buck. Now right there, that's greenable. Just missed time.
I think it is,
There's a lot of
probably. I
bailouts
think it is.
with the pump
So
fakes.
that's good.
Picking up your dribble, doing the little step through moves, whatever. There's a lot of shots that I've seen go in on 2K27 that
At
has
least
me
they're not
scratching my
open,
head
he's
where
just
I'm
making
like,
tough
yo,
shots.
what? How did
No,
that
just
go in?
wait, just
How was
wait.
that shot open? The contest system might need a little bit of work. But you guys can see Trey finding out,
Just
how to
wait.
dribble right here, hitting him with a little step back, a little walk back, getting a 3. We're down 7-2. Step back behind the back. You can see the potential with the dribbling right there. He rhythmed it. He got a fast early. Gonna get by
Damn,
him
90.
for the lay,
I'm still thinking
but it
about
gets blocked.
94 midi or 3 for
Layups,
KD go
dunking,
to.
should be pretty OP
You guys
this year.
didn't
We'll
hear.
have to see.
First seed.
What do you say?
Right there. That's actually
For
a good
KD
play
go
for
to
KD.
what?
Gonna get by
Damn,
him
90.
for the lay,
I'm still thinking
but it gets
about
blocked.
94 midi or 3 for
Layups,
KD go
dunking,
to.
should be
Oh
pretty
my
OP.
gosh.
We'll have to see.
First seed.
That's
right there.
expensive.
That's
That's a good shot he just missed.
It. 7-2. Got to put up some points here. See what this
7.
build
Oh
can
my.
do.
A 7-4 with shooting. I don't know how high shooting you get on a 7-4, but a 7-4 with shooting, doing the step throughs, just shooting over everybody. Oh my god, it's gonna
3
be
from
hell.
the top of the key. Gonna get it to go back and forth game. Right here.
No, the 99 layup was last
Jumpers,
game.
hop
This is a
steps
new
into the
opponent.
midi. Again, guys, midi fading, looking good. Midi fading is looking good here early in 2K27 as I expected. It's like always good early on. Like, yo, that's a light contest.
That should
I
look
feel
like it
that
should have been. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you look at his hands, they're kind of down, but like they're up at the same. Like, you know, he was trying to get a contest. And like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a light contest.
Smothered or one of them.
I'm thinking you're gonna have to jump. You're gonna have to jump this year. Last year it was the same thing. This year might be even more. You know. I'm seeing hands up defense obviously helps. Grinding was talking about it a lot. You kind of really get stuck in mud if you put your hands up.
More strong contests. I don't know. I don't know that. That's just me. Right there. That's gonna be a crazy take.
Guys, right after this game, we're gonna be talking about VC giveaways, 2K27 giveaways, and then we're gonna start looking at some meta builds, some 6-7 stuff like that. So
the only thing
In Brawl Stars, you can get medieval on a trash can.
They hit me with
Here,
one of those.
That's just vandalism and littering. In Brawl Stars, hot dogs have magical healing powers. In real life, hot dogs heal.
My bad, chat.
this year, finishing as a whole, very different. Trey comboing up again. This is day
the
one.
game
Dude,
drops
they
the
put a good move
26th,
wide open.
August
He just missed it. He's
26th
still
if you get the
rhythming, by the way.
$100 edition.
Oh my god. He sends that shit. And then
Oh, if you get the $100 edition.
So
Okay,
again,
okay,
I think
okay,
your
I'm
system's
good.
pretty good.
I-
Whatever you do,
I don't know
in
why I
game,
thought he was
take
talking
advantage.
about like
I
that.
like that. He's gonna try to get
The
that
$150
Post
version.
phase might not be as good. I'm not sure. I don't want to say it too early. Post phase might not be as good. We're getting into
I
that
really
post
don't know.
bag
I
again.
can't tell.
86 post control on this build.
Yo,
Look at
Magic,
this.
what's good?
Oh my god. What are you jumping at?
Yo,
Trey?
this is crazy.
Hit him with the little
I'm not
back
gonna lie,
post
this
fade.
move is
Got him
crazy.
jumping. The step through.
That is crazy.
Fading backwards,
That is crazy.
It doesn't matter. It's still green.
Yeah, I'm
To
gonna
take
download the
lead,
app. It's not out yet, though.
15 to 13 in a 1v1 versus who I think is Trey Magnum. Maybe it's not, but I think it is him. We'll have to see. I'm not sure because they're the names.
Guys, if you're in the YouTube stream, we're 8 subs off 890.7K. If you guys want to be entered in the VC giveaway, subscribe right now.
crazy.
We're giving away a bunch of VC.
5, whatever. But that one's
surprised
not
that
gonna
one didn't
so
go
of
in.
course, they don't drop every
Drop
time,
a follow too.
right?
Freak, preach the
In
follow. If you guys
post,
in the TikTok,
not
you
gonna
come through
get
the
to
Twitch.
go.
So on the Twitch.
Stop after stop, 15
10
to
a.m.
13. We'll
Pacific
see
time
if
for
the
app.
6'10" playmaking glass sneaker put him
Wait,
away.
who said that?
Snatch
So was that
back
1 p.m.
three,
Eastern?
18 to 13.
When did that get said?
Got him crabbed. Easy layup. Actually, that's
That's
gonna
in
be
an
a
hour.
dunk. 20 to 13. A
Or 2
bucket
hours.
will win it. Let me know what you guys think. I think these tall builds are going to be dominant again, especially
So
with
12
how
o'clock
crazy the
our
finishing
time.
is. And what is like, yo, Mike Wang, this is open? I
Yo,
don't know.
bro.
I don't know. This
is
looking
open.
Crazy. That's open.
That's not open.
Thoughts.
That's not even open.
Any word on the jiggle physics of female my players, bro? What are you asking her now?
Know what you guys think. I think these tall builds are going to be dominant again.
This was the craziest one I've seen. Like after this gameplay, I've got some
Especially with
questions
how
about the
crazy the
contest system
finishing
because I mean he even jumped at the end too. I mean I guess his hands went down for a split second, like as the
I mean,
shot
I
was going
guess.
up. I don't know.
He was still in front of him
Just
though.
fully on him though.
finishing is.
They gotta
And
fix
what
that,
is-
I ain't
like,
gonna lie.
Yo, Mike Wang, this is open? I don't know.
You gotta
I don't
jump, but
know.
he did
This-
jump. I guess
this
he
is
jumped a
looking
little
crazy.
late,
That's open.
but
hey,
Yeah, bro.
that
He
should
threw
be
it
at
up,
least
bro.
something.
6'10"
A
play
contest,
glass, looking
something.
crazy.
I don't know.
Is it going to be my day one build? We'll have to see. But hey,
gotta be.
I think it's safe to say these builds are going to be going crazy. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'm so close to 900K, and I'm giving away VC codes to all my subscribers. Drop a like on the video.
Guys,
We gotta reach
here's the build
like
once
goal. And
again if you
also,
haven't
I'm probably
seen it.
live right now. Twitch.tv Snatcher, and then Flash.
That's insane.
Here's the build. I'll just pull this up.
Yeah,
It was a 6'10" build. Shout out to Cole who sent me this. Cole the man. But yeah, we are 4 subs off of 8.
Let's see what
I do
QJB
love
did,
bowling.
man.
And your daughter.
For the My Career Gurus. The OG, man.
Once again,
One of
thanks to
them. Shout out
2K
Chris
for
Moore,
bringing
though.
me to Community Day. I'm finally able to show you the NBA 2K27 My Career eras, where you're going to be able to drop yourself into 5 different time periods in My
What? We
Career
gonna
and try
actually
to
be in
change
the-
the course of history. The locker
locker
rooms
room
are
too?
different in each ones. The
I was about to
teams
say
are
dugout.
different. The rosters are exactly what they should be. The presentation, old school Neil Bridges throwing an alley-oop to Jordan.
The gameplay
Did
like
we
this
ever
be
think
hurting my
we'd
eyes,
Be able
though.
to say that, dunking it down. We got out of the 90s and went up to try to help AI
Hey.
defeat the Los Angeles Lakers. Throughout this run, I had to take on Kobe. LeBron James as a rookie was in there. Even able to go into All-Star Weekend and the
The
dunk
dunk contest.
Going up against some of the best
Stoudemire,
dunkers in NBA
Richardson.
history.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm going to start
Richardson
this
was
video
so
off
cold.
by going into the LeBron era. I could go to the Bobcats, but I wanted to see what the Heatles would look like if they ended up adding this boy Neil Bridges. But this game mode has endless possibilities. The rosters are also locked. Every rookie that gets drafted will go to the right team. Every real trade will happen. I'm not sure
It's
exactly
hard.
how many seasons you can
It's
go
hard, though.
into one of these eras, but
I
I'm
can't even lie.
assuming you can go pretty far. I did talk to
They got
someone
Jordy
and they said you
Nelson.
could go multiple seasons. It's not just one.
throwback for
That's why I
sure.
was saying the rosters will stay the same. Trades will happen as I'm getting a block.
Who that Bass on there? Vince Carter.
And now we will be able to make
Mario
Grandpa
Chalmers.
Bridges. We'll be able to make all kinds of characters
Haslam,
if they are going to be
Wade.
from back in the day. Look at
This
LeBron
is
coming down,
crazy.
taking that midi. I knew he was going to be
I'm
an
messing with
absolute
it. I'm definitely
beast
gonna be in
down
my
here.
career more.
And I am going to show you exactly what my build is after I finish this gameplay in the era. He's still getting blocked. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but the Miami Heat have the paint on lockdown. But as I was saying, I will show you the builder, the badge tokens, all of that good stuff, because it can get a little bit confusing. If you've seen what the builder looks like yet, it can look a little
Hey.
overwhelming, but just take your time. Go in there and try to do exactly what you need to do to create the beast that you want. As I said, I am going to show you this Neil Bridges as we are getting a buzzer beater.
The color.
They are
Like
happy
last
to
year
take a
color,
look at that one from James Jones. He
It
definitely
looks
had
so
it all.
like bad, bro. But this right here is looking the presentation, it looks a little bit better. You feel me? It look a little bit sharper. Although I would say, like the my players, they look a little overage. They look 10 years past what they actually are. I'm gonna be 100, but as far as the color grading and stuff like that, last year it was looking way too dull. Like it was boring playing because even the presentation was just bad. It just looked smoky, dull. But this kind of got this vibrant look. People face shining, all types.
Yeah, they better go ahead and overturn that bad boy. We are up 19
but the gameplay actually
11.
matters, not the graphics sometimes. But I like bright colors. So.
You remember him? And I thought I was about to poster dunk, but I am going into my GOAT skill.
Lewis.
99 driving dunk now.
Crazy.
Almost in my takeover too. It was only a matter of time before Neil Bridges started to turn up. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, Bridges got swag hard in the paint.
Take a look at
QJB.
that,
Bridges
going
got
all
swag.
up under the basket, and we
That's
get
how
the
it's gonna
turnover.
be.
This team
Hey.
is a cheat code.
Now they do gotta dumb down the dunking as well. Like it's too many green windows just to be dunking on anybody, everybody. You feel me? If you get defensive badges and have a lockdown or a lock, you shouldn't be dunking over people, bro, like this. You feel what I'm saying?
And yes, right now I do have it on All-Star instead of Hall of Fame. You know, normally I am on the hardest difficulty, but since I was at Community Day and still getting familiar with the game, I figured I'd put it down a little bit. There's an alley-oop to Dwight. Remember,
like
he's on that Orlando
QJB.
Magic team, too. Will you look at Bridges?
On the white though? Come on, bro.
What in the blue moon is he doing?
Another thing that's unrealistic, I bet not see Dwight Howard having tats, because he did not have tats in 09 to 2014, bro. He didn't have tats, bro. He just got them when he was out the league.
In takeover.
I'll be honest with you.
The takeover works different this year too. Here's the takeover abilities that I'm able to.
Whoa. Slow down. These are a lot of takeovers though. Blur enhances the ability to drive by defenders, making it easier to get to the rim. That's good. That's a good badge right there. Dish maker elevates the teammates' finishing and shooting discipline attributes with crisp passes that can reach the players anywhere on the court. Cook increased chance to trigger defender reactions and devastating ankle breakers. Boost all defense attributes plus 30 up to a maximum of 80. Oh.
Now what you do is equip these before the game, and then at the top you see how my finishing is on fire. If I'm finishing within the game, I am gonna fill that one up.
Hey.
So if you're finishing, you'll get that. If you're blocking shots, you'll get that one too. So in theory, you can have all of your takeovers on fire at the same time.
Right.
If you're out there doing your thing, you know what I mean? And I'm passing that thing down to the paint to Big Z. He's going to dunk it down. This guy, Neil Bridges, is the point guard right now. That's what I ended up creating. I'm getting basket interference, even though I felt like that was a clean put back. We're still getting
I can't wait to make my build
here.
later.
I cannot imagine the different teams that some people will go to in this mode. I was thinking to myself, dude, this could be like a whole game in itself as I'm hitting them with that step through. Think about all of the possibilities, because there are 5 eras with all of the teams in that specific era. And I know some people were saying you're only going to be playing like the starting 5 on a team, but that's not right. They have the rosters pretty deep on each and every one of these teams. You know what I mean? They did a great job.
The blocking,
with that.
I'm messing with the blocking for sure,
if you
though.
have been playing like the eras
Like you
in
actually
my
trying
NBA,
to block, you not
it's kinda
being
just like
weak
that,
or
except they added
getting
it to
weak
my
animations
career,
where you get
which
caught up
takes
in
it
fouls
to a
and stuff
whole
like that.
nother
They
level.
actually
As
block.
I was saying, throwing alley-oops to King James. I did not think I would ever do that. Maybe if I went back to what NBA
But I can't cap.
2K10,
I would be lying if I didn't
but
say
now
this looked
you are
like
able to
NBA
do this
Live,
in the
the
new
sharp
game.
version. At
And
first,
I'm getting that
people
thing
were
to
seeing it, but
D-Wade
I
in
was
the
like,
paint.
I
His
don't know.
patented fade
But the
away.
movements
And on the screen, we
and
are
how it looks,
unlocking
it
things. I'm
looks
going to
like
show you
NBA
what all
Live.
that is after we get out of here. I'm getting
If they
a
kept on producing
steal. I don't know
video
if
games,
you've been checking out the
basketball
defense I've been playing. I'm trying to lock them up a little bit. Look at that alley-oop. Double tap Y.
Double tap try. Y'all know how to throw the alley-oops.
That's what I'm doing out here, using my size in the paint. I told you I was a point guard, but I did go max height. I ain't even gonna lie
brother.
to you. And we're gonna walk
That might
out
be in.
of here
With
with
a
a
W.
We ended up getting a 10-point
I ain't gonna lie, 28 minutes just to cover. Oh, okay, he gonna.
lead over the Orlando Magic.
I'm dreaming of a cinema that focuses on Spanish classic films, so I'm going to design it myself using a
Nelson cannot believe it. He had a terrible game, and look at that starting five, dude. Oh my goodness. So much cheese. They had our players maxed out at the event. That's why I'm a 99 with all of my badges maxed. And you do actually level up when you're playing this eras. I'm already at level 4 now. I'm gonna go over to the menus and show you.
Oh,
These
wow.
are all of the levels that they have. It goes all the way to 40. And if you go over to the moments, you're able to see which ones you've completed to get the XP.
Oh, this
they
hard.
have any era.
It's hard.
And then they have era-specific moments that you have to complete.
So when
But
your
over
homies
to the
not
builder,
online,
of
you can do
course
challenges.
use
That's
one
hard.
That has already
And
been
then get
created
reward
like a
for it.
template. But I'm going over to custom. The tallest point guard you can have is 6'7". The tallest center is 7'4".
Okay.
And the way they want you to build your player this year, you're going to be looking at the badges to see exactly how you want to upgrade your attributes. So, for example, finishing, I ended up upgrading my drive and dunk, and then post control, I can see Ghost Stepper is going to go up to Hall of Fame, and it is telling me exactly what that badge is going to be used for.
Wait,
I felt like I
what's
dunk, and
Ghost
then
Stepper?
post control, I can
Increases the effectiveness to step through layups or close range shots that come after a fake. This is gonna be OP, a super OP badge. Oh my gosh. Hopefully they got this under control, cause so everybody gonna have a big close shot. I can already see this now. A lot of people gonna have a good close shot.
see Ghost Stepper is going to go up to Hall of Fame, and it is telling me exactly what that badge is going to be used for. I felt like I had everything that I needed for my player. I think he's going to be able to do his thing. You're also able to go over and check out the signature along with the cap breakers you can earn. And when you're done,
How did he build this
Check
build?
player,
Hopefully he didn't
I
build it
think
like
he's
an
going
old
to be
head.
able
though.
to do his thing. You're also able to go over and check
87 close shot. Driving layup. You don't need a 90 driving layup. I'm gonna be honest. You good with a nice little, probably 75. Driving dunk. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe 80. Maybe. If you care about dunking for real, okay. But 99 is outrageous. Standing dunk. You don't really need touch standing dunk. I'm gonna be honest, probably. Post control, no. No way you want this at a 94. Shooting. No way he just set this up though to actually play, right? This gotta be like a demo. This can't be his real build, cause mid-range shot, what are we doing? 3-point shot, what are we doing? Free throw, if you play rec, okay. But this need to be in the 80s, probably 87 to 92, 90, yeah, 92s or something like that. Both of these, or at least one of them, in order to get a certain badge. Pass act, cooler 71 probably. Ball handle probably. I mean, that's alright for me. That would be alright. But if you, I mean, he a guard, I think, so that's not cool. at all. Speed with ball matters. Interior defense. You feel me?
Out the
We
signature
gonna see. We gonna make our
along
own
with
build.
the cap
But
breakers you can earn. And when you're done with all of that, you will get your build. And mine is gonna be a paint bully. Quick jumper with devastating dunks, a smooth
strengths: quick jumper with devastating dunk, smooth finisher, one of the fastest guards on the court. Cap: increased hops, dominates in the air. Weakness: rarely disrupts the ball with any purpose, so he can't play defense to save his life. Not an ideal mid-range
finisher.
scorer. That's not good.
One of the fastest
either.
guards on the court. Incredible hops. Man, that sounds all good.
Yeah, this build is trash. Man, he built this like it's just my career for him. So it's understandable, but don't y'all go building none of this. Dang, wouldn't y'all love to have this much VC? You know
To
how much
me,
you
and
could
as
do
I
with
was
that?
saying, I'm a 99 overall, but this is the part that you
You
have
can
to
make
pay
3 builds
attention
with that.
to, because we're going to be earning badge tokens now to use to equip badges.
Finally.
Depends on what you do on the court to earn these tokens.
Finally.
So for example,
I'm so glad they brought this back, bro, the badge points. Cause say you want to go 1v1, right? You want to go 1v1. You want to change your badges to ISO to be able to ISO. You don't want no badges that a catch and shoot or a steady shooter or you looking for ankle breakers, you looking for fast paced stuff, fast movement, you looking for blur to get around the opponent, you know? You don't need the other stuff. So this is a W. This is a W, and it remind me of 2K20.
looking at my finish, and it says I have 14 badge tokens, and I'm looking at the badges that I want to equip. Each one has a number to it, so Ghost Stepper had 5. It's going to take up 5 of those tokens. Now, if I use it down into Synergy, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, those 5 tokens will be freed up, and you'll be able to use them toward another badge. But now we're going to talk about Synergy, Fuse badges, and Reaction badges. Now, Synergy allows you to surpass limitations. Fusing a badge takes it beyond its tier, and then you're able to pair it up with another badge, which is known as the Reaction badge. Eligible Synergy badge boost and potential token refunds appear over in that corner. So for example, check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Ghost Stepper. Now it is able to go up to the Hall of Fame tier. Those points ended up freeing up. It took 5, and then I'm able to add a reaction to it. Now what the reaction does is, once you have activated your Fuse badge a certain amount of times,
setting fire,
the
setting
reaction
shoot,
badge
basically.
will automatically get triggered, and that
Catch and
will
shoot.
make your player an even bigger beast. But I'm about to go on to this Jordan era. I know you guys want to see me play with him and Scottie Pippen, and as I said before, the Jordan era has its own.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be back, QJ. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I gotta move on. We gotta see what's to the other. We gotta really look at Joe Nose for real. Or J Mac.
Look at the stats. Somebody trash over there. This motherfucker 40% from the field, 0 from 3. While goddamn Solo 90.9, so he played more than one game. 22 points.
Oh, we not watching solo game.
Mac
No, I
90
wasn't
came. How I missed that.
Let's go back.
NBA 2K27 gameplay breakdown, man. So I'm
This is the
giving
one
it
that's
to you a
most
little
important.
bit more
shit.
raw
Chat.
this year. We got the Rucker Park raw gameplay going on while we talk about things, and then I'm going to cut to specific clips of what we're talking about. So like when we talk about dunking, for example, I'm going to cut to some dunking clips so y'all can see it, but then instead of yapping around the same clips, I'm going to let some raw gameplay play so that y'all get the best of both worlds. Y'all get clips and y'all get raw gameplay so you could kind of be your own judge. You know what I mean? You'll actually be able to see the game as opposed to, you know, sometimes clips can be misleading in a good or negative way. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. All I ask is that you drop a quick like. It takes 2 seconds and it's free. And let's get going. With Pure Greenwin database for every in Play Now, Rucker Park, 2KU, all the stuff the embargo
Hold on,
lifted
chat.
on right now today, while y'all are watching this, we could not change our settings. So we couldn't turn on shot feedback. We couldn't turn off our shot meter. We couldn't change any settings. The only thing we could do on the main menu is change the difficulty. So all of the gameplays you're going to see from me are on Hall of Fame. So when you see green windows for shots and dunks and layups and defense or whatever you're looking for as we go throughout this video, it's all on Hall of Fame. Okay, other people, you might see different size green windows. That's probably because they were playing on lower difficulties. I put it on the hardest difficulty the whole time so we could get a real read on what we're looking at. But as I said, we could not turn on shot feedback, which was really frustrating because the main thing I wanted to see after 2K26 was how is that new shot contest and hands up and everything that we talked about, how is that looking? But not being able to turn on the actual shot feedback so we could see the visual feedback of the contest is tough to be the judge. I could sit here and tell you it felt better, it felt worse, this, that, and the third, but without the feedback, it's a lot of guessing games.
Yeah,
the one thing I will tell you is that aggressive hands up versus passive hands up.
I'm not
the
gonna
passive
lie.
hands up, I felt like I was getting scored on
2K,
anytime I tried to use it. Even in the paint, on the perimeter, anywhere I used the passive with the right stick that Mike was talking about,
my career was
it felt like
beautiful. Like
it almost felt like a waste of time. The AI was scoring on me every time. Maybe that's just an AI thing. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? The AI sometimes are really good at timing layups and close shots and things like that. But the aggressive hands up,
and all these side
that was something that I felt like it was a noticeable difference in terms of how many stops I was getting, perimeter and paint. I felt like the contest and the aggressive hands up was much better than the passive hands up.
It enjoyable
so, you know, again, it's tough to actually judge it without the feedback being on and seeing what the actual, you know, those new 8 stages of contests and, you know,
everybody watch, if you was old enough,
bothered, semi-open, smothered,
Curry,
light contest, heavy contest, all the things they showed in the news, like without having that on, it's tough to be, you know, actually give you a good assessment, and that's disappointing because obviously I go into community day trying to get as much information for you guys as possible, and the main thing I wanted to see in the gameplay was the shot contest. But as I said, we could not see the shot contest in Play Now, Rucker Park, and 2KU. We could not change our gameplay HUD. Right? We couldn't take the meter off. We couldn't put on the shot contest feedback and all that. But tomorrow, the embargo lifts on the builder, Myplayer gameplay, things like that. In there, we could change the gameplay HUD. So in there, you will be able to see contests, but obviously I'm not allowed to speak on that side of the gameplay. I'm not allowed to show that side of the gameplay until tomorrow. So I'm only allowed to speak on the gameplay here, and obviously, like I said, we could not put it on here. So that's about it. In terms of shot contest, that's about all I can say. So let's move on. Now let's take a break and talk about one of the new features, the step throughs. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. You can do it in the paint like that, like I just did with SGA, but you can also do it on the perimeter now, as Mike said. And you can do it any direction, left, right, forward, backwards, and
it's definitely a W.
I ain't gonna lie, I like this. It's a creative way to get to a bucket. It's just another thing to add to your bag. We'll see how effective it is online, you know, person versus person and whatnot, and what people can come up with.
I was just
going, but just the way it looks and the mechanics behind it, I feel like it's smooth. The way it works as you would think it should work, if that makes sense.
All the time.
These clips in the 2KU are from my boy Joey 2K because I got a couple clips like the SGA one and stuff, but I didn't get as many as I wanted. So shout out to him for sending me these clips so y'all can see a little bit more here. But I really like the way things branch out. It's smooth. It really does look the way you would want it to, in my opinion. Like,
it's part of my bag.
Off the triple threat, whether you're doing like the reverse spin, like you know, he's doing it with Kobe because it is like really some Kobe,
but it wasn't
some Kobe stuff.
Now there's,
but it's just cool. I do really like this. A lot of times when they add new features, I'm kind of like, you know, like the rap.
Base 44 super agents. The next thing you can't live without.
So I think this is gonna be hard, bro.
Scheduling.
Past last year, I'm just like, like that's,
especially with Kobe.
Whatever.
So
but like
crazy.
This,
imagine making a
like,
Kobe build.
I could get down with this, and I think it's gonna be.
Now that's
we're
nasty.
Still looking from the 3-point
I don't know
line.
how he's hitting a hook
We
shot
are.
from the 3.
We're definitely going to see people utilizing this, and I think people that master it, it's going to be something
What build
crazy.
am I making
like
first?
It's going to be a way that, like, I don't want to say
well,
bailout because obviously
anyway,
it takes skill. You have to time it, but like it's going to be a way to get like a bailout bucket,
anyway,
like a last. You know, the defender play good D, or they like over,
I think that's
you know,
gonna be
you're
my
long
first
running to the
build.
right
Usually,
and
I
you
be
pump
on
fake a fade
KD,
and they
I'd be like, man, I'm
overplay
finna
and they
make
jump
KD
instead of
build.
just like waiting
But
or
then
Kobe
I end
jabbing
up
like a lot of people would
running
do
a
last
little
year.
bit like,
Now,
dang, I
like you
should've
could branch
made
back
this.
into a step through into a shot, and like the green windows on it felt like very greenable. So we'll see how it feels online when you're playing against a real person. But I do think there's a real
I'm good. I
possibility
appreciate
that
you. I
like
appreciate
it
the
actually
offer.
is effective in
Y'all did
online
this,
gameplay,
yesterday.
even if you're like a more competitive player. Like definitely in casual modes, it definitely, you know, rec and stuff. People are going to get down with that. But I think even like competitive players in Pro-Am are going to utilize the step through a lot more than
I think
you know, a lot of other new features that have been added in throughout the years. Let's move on to dunking. Meter dunking. The dynamic dunk meter that's going to grow and shrink all the way through the gather all the way to the finish, all the way through the full dunk, right? Yes, it does do that. I can confirm that, as you're going to see. All right, right here, Kobe driving on Steph, Euro step into the meter dunk. Let's slow it down so you can see the meter. When he's between me and the hoop, it starts small, then it even shrinks a little, but then once I Euro step past him, it expands into a really big meter. But let's continue with dunking. Again, it felt like size mattered, like height matters in terms of finishing, and it's been like that for years. But like somebody like Giannis, for example, here's a play now clip with Giannis. He's an absolute monster. Now, obviously, it's Giannis. Like his stats are cracked, and he's 6'11" and all that. But he like height. It was definitely easier to dunk with like bigger slashers than smaller slashers. That's not to say smaller slashers couldn't dunk, but just, you know, I'm just comparing it to past 2Ks where definitely height mattered in terms of your green window on dunk meters.
I'm definitely using
it's
AI.
like that again. It's definitely bigger dunkers are going to be harder to stop than smaller dunkers. But let's continue. Something else I noticed with finishing in general, but since we're talking about dunking, I'll relate it to dunking. In past years, I felt like interior, it mattered, but it wasn't, it definitely wasn't like a necessity. A lot of power forwards or centers were going, you know, low interior, and like as long as you just got between the guy and the hoop, you know, you could stop them very consistently. Even small guards, like in Pro-Am and stuff, they would swing down out of the corner and stop the other team's center and shrink his dunk meter, even though, you know, it's a 6'4" guard with 25 interior and a 50 block, and the center's driving with
like, I don't gotta
really
wait
good
for my
finishing ratings, and it was just like if you got there, you got there, and it didn't really matter the ratings. On this game, it felt way different trying to dunk on Wembanyama or Dennis Rodman or somebody with like really good interior, as opposed to like dunking on Steph Curry. Like it almost felt like. Maybe because of that new wall-up badge, they're really trying to make like the interior rating matter because they want people to use that wall-up badge. I'm not really sure, but typically dunk meter size was more about angles than it was about ratings. But in this game, it definitely felt like the ratings were playing a bigger factor, and maybe that was because I was playing against the AI. And
I will be streaming daily.
I don't play against the AI very often. I pretty much do it once a year, and that's at Community Day
for hours.
But we'll have to see when it's person on person.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
But for the most part, from what I felt playing the game,
I'm gonna keep it
the Community Day version of the game, it felt like interior definitely had a big impact on how easy it was to finish on somebody, or how difficult it was to finish on somebody. To go along with the other factors, of course, you know, momentum, angle,
for the most part,
positioning. And it's not to say it's impossible to stop somebody going to the basket. I mean, this is Tyrese Maxey stopping Michael Jordan going to the basket, and you know, Tyrese is what, 6'1" and low interior, low block. So it's not impossible. Obviously, your skill and the way that you play, and the angle you take, and their timing of the jump and all that still matters. But another thing I noticed with dunking, if somebody was just like in the restricted area and you were going downhill full speed at them, like you would put them in a poster and it would be greenable. I feel like in past years, like unless they were way under the hoop, like you'd get a decent window if they were way under the hoop. But if they were just like in the restricted area, a lot of times you would drive and like it would shrink your meter down all the way. When like in real life, it's like if they're standing under there and you have a full head of steam, you know, you got Michael Jordan running at you full head of steam, like you're in trouble. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes in real life would just bail out of there and just, you know what I mean? I'm not getting put on a poster, but in 2K it was like your meter would shrink a lot of the time. It was definitely a noticeable difference in terms of if they're just down there in the dead zone, you could just go up and boom on them. But again, like if Wemby was down in that dead zone, it felt like it would shrink. I don't know if it's because I do YouTube. I don't know. Maybe that's just because Wemby's 7'4". Maybe it's the interior rating. There's a lot of unknowns. But overall, the dynamic dunk meter definitely worked. It was shrinking. It was expanding. It was shrinking back down. It was overall dunking, in my opinion, it felt really good. Like honestly, maybe even too good, but we got to see when it's person versus person how it plays out, because it's always a little different against the AIs. But let's move on.
A little bit better.
So since we're on the topic
more.
of dunking, let's talk about standing dunks, kind of big man, paint scoring, post scoring. I'm going to encapsulate it all into one section. All right. You've seen a little bit of post scoring in this gameplay, like trying post spins and stuff with Kobe and Jordan on the ball. You'll probably see some more as the gameplay goes on. But now, besides Joey post hooking from the 3-point line for the second year in a row at Community Day,
I mean that's
the step throughs are definitely something big men can utilize. But let's talk about paint mashing, right? Dead zone. Can you really mash something? This is Bam,
and this is not good right here. Is Bam really dunking on people like this on a regular day basis?
Mashing
like
and
this.
Contact meter dunking with the standing dunk.
This
but
was
just for
played on Hall of Fame,
perspective,
by the way,
that defender from the Knicks has a 50 block and a 50 interior. Now, on the flip side of it, check out this clip. Giannis going against Jason Tatum right here.
Magic.
Tatum's got 81 interior and just walls up and takes Giannis out of a dunk and makes him miss the layup.
Imagine like a Wemby or a Kyrie or a Wemby and Steph Curry, though. That'd be crazy. But yeah, man, the
layup. Now this gameplay is from Joey 2K, so I think the difficulty he said was on like All-Star or Pro. So it's a lower difficulty than what I'm playing on. So like the green window size of like that layup was definitely bigger than it would have been on Hoff. But again, like check out, this is back-to-back possessions here. Joey's trying to just rim run through Tatum, and Tatum
so
with 81 interior compared to that 50 we just saw for the guy in the Knicks. Like it's just a massive difference in terms of the animations you get. Like it's just an absolute stonewall as opposed to just like going through them and just, you know, getting, you know, a push through and then your meter growing because now you're at the rim wide open. It's just, it felt night and day difference in terms of players with low interior versus high interior. We'll see when it's person on person, obviously. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt because it's against the AI. But it's just what we felt. And it's not that like when somebody had high interior, it was absolutely impossible to like finish on them. Pause. Like I think there was actually a dunk earlier in this game where like Giannis was in the dead zone and I dunked on him with Kobe. So it's positioning and you know, timing of the jump and all that still matters for sure. But the point of this is just talking about meter dunking, driving, standing, paint mashing, and then also interior defense. And it just, the overall feeling was interior mattered more than it has in past years. So moving on, let's branch over to layups. Layups also felt in past years. So, and it just, the overall feeling was interior mattered more than it has in past years. So moving on, let's branch over to layups. Layups also felt really good, and you know, this is the perfect time to talk about it. So let's slow this down. I mean, again, it's against
Look
Steph,
at this, bro. He's riding his hip. How is this my career? Because yeah. Nah, I feel you. That's a valid answer though. That's a valid answer this year though. Because if you had said that last year, I would probably been looking at you sideways. I can't even cap to you. But look, how is he riding his hip, bro? And he's cutting him off from the bucket. You get what I'm saying?
Low interior.
And look how wide, look how much the green window is. I know that's Jordan, but come on, bro. It gotta be, he's there. I mean, he don't got a hand up. Let's be honest.
He's smaller.
That's different.
But this is on Hall of Fame, bro. Green window, huge.
Oh, that was Hall of Fame
layup over Steph Curry. But I also just want to be clear, whether it's dunking, layups, it's not impossible to get stops without, you know, a high interior. Like right here, another Kobe versus Steph clip. He beats me to the spot, walls up. It's a tiny green window. I missed.
The only difference was he walled up, so that makes sense.
Positioning, timing, whether you're using the aggressive or passive hands up contest, all that stuff definitely felt like it mattered. Yeah. But overall, layups felt really effective. And again, maybe it's because it's against the AI. You know, the AIs guard things differently. I know I keep saying it's like I just want to reiterate. Everything here is like
in the step throughs and the one step jumpers and the one of those, and then the spin offs. Those gonna be comp, but if they don't, it's kind of gonna have to be. It's kind of up in the air with that, bro, because it could be super OP to a point where that's game breaking, like the up and unders and step throughs and pivot shots and stuff like that, because the play doesn't end. The play never ends. It's gonna force you to always have to play defense as well. Like you can't sag back once he pick up his dribble, you can't have to sag back. You gotta stay on him the whole time. So it's gonna test a lot of people's defense this year. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's why you gotta have a defensive build. And defense, I feel like defense is gonna be super crazy. They enhanced the blocks. The blocks looks way better. Last year, it was kind of suspect to the point where you couldn't even
how it felt against the AI. Obviously, playing against a human being is going to be different.
Trying to block them,
but I'm just talking effectiveness, green window size, things like that. Like even the computer, there's times where I feel like in the past, in past 2Ks, I could bait them into a layup and then just block it, and it was definitely not as easy on this game. Like that technology Mike was saying, where like if you have a high layup rating, your player will like automatically try to avoid the shot blocker's hand. Like definitely notice that. Like I'm trying to chase some of these gameplays in Blacktop. I'm trying to like let Steph go for a layup and then try to chase him down with LeBron, who has like legend high flying.
Just announced 0% financing for 72 months is available now on every new 2026 Volkswagen
Denier.
I mean, from the looks of it, it's like, not the same game.
Like I definitely got a couple, but like there was a lot of possessions where like he would just like kind of maneuver the ball away from me and lay it up, and especially overall layups
them having
felt
Rucker Park
really effective. Everyone that I talked to, they felt really effective. Every time I went for a layup, the green window was very timeable. Now obviously I'm playing on players with really high layup ratings. I think LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan all have about a 99, like close to a 99, somewhere between 95 and 99 layup, and obviously Steph Curry has high layup. Like most of the players in Play Now that we were using and Rucker we were using have really high layup ratings, so that could also be a factor. But everyone that I talked to,
we want to actually have
obviously can't talk about the Myplayer stuff. I was about to slip up and break embargo, so let me chill. But everyone that I talked to, they all agreed that layups felt really effective. We'll have to see how it feels when we actually get out there and it's person on person, you know, a park, rec, pro-am, all that stuff.
That's a good steal. Look,
that was the
he actually
get out there and it's person on person.
Actually got rewarded for it.
You know, a park, rec, pro-am, all that stuff. But
you know how sometimes
that was the consensus from playing against the AIs in these game modes. So let's move on. Next thing to discuss. Let's talk about shooting in general, right? Okay, mids, threes, fades, hop jumpers, spin jumpers. Let's talk about all that type of stuff, okay? So first things first, middies definitely felt a lot easier to green than threes. Threes, obviously you could green, or you know, you already seen a few in that Rucker Park. But let's talk about this, bro. Obviously we can't see the contest, but under his feet, the defense thing registers red. So like it's definitely like the defender is bothering me, and I just right over him and green it. So definitely making contested shots are still possible. It was also a little tough to assess shooting because I could not take off my shot meter.
Man, what?
Maybe some of y'all still
imagine
like the shot
meter,
but to me it just
ISO defense.
Like I gotta have my meter off so that I can really like feel.
But the thing is,
and the fact that you couldn't see shot.
So how you build your players? You build your players around who you playing with, and the guy I'm gonna play with, right? He dribbles like I'm talking about spam dribbles. He know how to dribble. He got IQ to pass. He got IQ to shoot. I could get open myself. I know how to get open. We run screens. We run rolls. We run fades. All types of flare screens maybe if we playing threes. So we know how to get the ball movement around, and then we play our game. Like you play your game, and then I follow up and do what I need to do. So if you have a good relationship with the people that you play with, you're going to be crazy. You feel me? Because then I'll be on ball a lot of times. As a defensive build, I'll be on ball with the highest dribbling or highest person with the ball. And then leave it up to them to shoot. But don't get it messed up. I get in the corner and spark one up. You feel me?
Contest.
That's how you do it.
Also really affects like what's a good shot, what's a bad shot. Obviously the easy, you know, what's the obvious ones you could tell, but it's like
because if you don't build around
there's a lot of shots.
Build,
if you had no shot feedback on, you would look at it and be like, oh, that was a bad shot, and then it registers open. So the shot contest system matters a lot in terms of assessing shooting.
Y'all both don't have steal on y'all.
Really frustrating in my opinion. The fact that we couldn't see the shot feedback in these modes was just
playmaking. It's kind of
it made assessing shooting overall very difficult. One thing about shooting that that I really do like is the fact that they split up the mid-range and three-point shooting badges, kind of like how it used to be, you know, back in the day.
Hit him with that one.
Mid-range and three-point shooting badges, kind of like how it used to be, you know. Yeah, it made assessing shooting overall very difficult. One thing about shooting that I really do like is the fact that they split up the mid-range and three-point shooting badges, kind of like how it used to be, you know.
I like the way defenses play now because you get some random ankle breakers when you was with them the whole time. But whole time now, it's like they play off the motion of your stick. So if you move your stick to the left, but he broke right, now you gonna stumble. Instead of you just stumbling and you was right with him the whole time. It's like, bro, come on.
Back in the day, but recent years, it was just like you had shifty shooter. That was for moving threes and moving mids. So you could like go high mid-range and still have shifty for, you know, the moving threes, or vice versa, you know, high three-pointer and then still have shifty for your mids. It's like now you know, you could be an average three-point player and an elite mid-range player, or vice versa, because, you know, the badges for those specific shots are now tied to the individual badges, which I think is a good thing. It hopefully should promote a little bit more diversity in kind of gameplay, play style. Like, you know, if you want to be an elite mid-range player, you got to upgrade your mid-range, not just
do you
like
be playing
go high
with
three-pointer, decent mid-range rating, and then you got the legend badges to go with it. You know, you kind of got to commit to the way you want to play a little bit more, at least theoretically. We'll see how that plays out. Obviously, can't really discuss builder like things and that until tomorrow, but overall, I think splitting up the badges is a good move. I think it makes more sense. All right, as I go for this blitz steal, it's a perfect time to transition over to perimeter defense and bump steals and all that. In my opinion, they still felt really inconsistent. I'm not saying I didn't get any. I got a few, but some of these examples that I'm showing here, I don't know. Like, I'm committing. I'm not even playing defense. I'm just going completely on that side. I got Michael Jordan, 99 overall. He's got like 90 plus steal, whatever.
That's a steal, gang. And how does he still get the ball? How does he still have the possession of the ball, though? And then he shoots the shot. We got to fix that one, Ronald. You said, nah. Dang, bro. I've been in your position before.
And he just bobbles it and ends up getting a three off of it. I understand that you know.
You then gotta find a squad.
We're talking about, you know, ratings mattering, ball handle, and steal, but I mean,
those squads usually form when you in school. Yeah, you said how? I don't know how that's not a steal. I'm gonna be honest, but you either find a squad when you in school, like maybe high school, college, middle school too. That's when you find your real core base. You get me? And then you play like that. Or if you play sports, you find people. That's how I did.
This is, if we're talking ratings matter, I mean, that's Michael Jordan.
And then he's got high steal,
right? This is prime sucks. MJ. He's got high steal, and the ball goes through me. Prime Kobe, ball goes right through me.
Actually,
you know, maybe user on user it'll be different, but I feel like in those instances, there's no way I'm not dislodging the ball. Like the first one, it didn't even make him bobble it. Tyrese just kept dribbling through me, and the second one I showed, he bobbled it a little, which then ended up putting me behind him, and he got a wide open three.
So
I got mixed reviews from people when I talked to them about bump steals.
Find you some friends,
people, you know, thought they were good. 2K, some people thought they were bad.
Want to get 2K.
In my opinion, they were still really inconsistent, and I felt like, you know, those two clips are perfect examples. Even the clip they showed in the trailer, the gameplay trailer where they showed Kevin Durant. I'll put it on the screen right here.
Back then, it was kind of weird because you got a PS4.
In my opinion, you should dislodge the ball there. Like, you're rewarding
a lot of them. Ironically,
a bad decision by the ball handler,
and I had
by allowing him to get away with that. Perimeter defense as a whole, though, overall, it felt more sticky, more bumpy. Like when you attach to somebody, it felt a lot, you know, I feel like sometimes in 26 it felt like they were like covered in oil. They would just kind of like slip past you if they like wiggled their left stick a little bit or something.
So you gonna be see, way better.
It feels like there's a lot more once you attach, like,
it don't matter what,
especially, you know, some of these guys like Kobe, MJ, like they have really high perimeter. So you know, obviously that probably plays a factor, but
of course I got
it wasn't impossible to drive by people, but it felt like when they cut you off, they really cut you off. It wasn't just like they cut you off and then then you could like wiggle and slip through. It was like, well, okay, if you get bumped, it's almost like you kind of gotta like gather yourself. But like right there, like, you know what I mean? Like LeBron turns the corner and like, you know, they're not like dragging you backwards.
You in
like
class
once you turn
right
the corner,
now,
you turn the
and
corner.
watching live,
but overall, it just felt like it felt a little more
or you
sticky.
didn't
I
start
guess that's the
school
best way to describe it. Like right here, like you see, like I'm attached, I stay attached, I stay attached, I stay attached. Now, obviously, again, I keep saying it, I'm sorry, but it is against the AI, against the human being with optimized SIGs and Myplayers and things like, and they once everybody learns how to dribble and all that, we'll see. But against the AI, definitely felt a bit more sticky, a bit more bumpy. Felt like you could cut people off better as they tried to move. If
that's good to know, because if you play rec, right, AIs is useless. AIs don't know what they're doing. They never stay on their man. They always switching on the man, and then you giving up easy buckets, easy layups, easy threes. Now you irritated, right? Hopefully they have a better instinct to a point where they pick up when they got pick up, and they actually play defense and actually shoot. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say,
you know, beat them to the spot.
All
right, let's shift to dribbling. First things first, it's tough to assess dribbling on Play Now because obviously with our Myplayers, we optimize the SIGs. We get the dribble style that gives us the good burst and all that. Obviously on Play Now, you're stuck with the SIGs that the NBA players have. So, first reaction to it, a little concerned about the burst, but as I said, you know, with our Myplayers, a lot of times, you know, we just find whatever dribble style gives us the burst, you know, the best burst, and we use that, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I'm moving the way I want to move a little bit more now. Obviously in Play Now, you're using the dribble styles that the NBA players have, so I don't know, some of the speed boosting, it didn't feel super explosive, but again, that could be dribble style related, and that could be fixed when we get our Myplayers. Obviously can't discuss Myplayers today, so just basing this off of the Play Now gameplay and the Rucker Park gameplay.
That's crazy.
But that was the first reaction, like, okay, I'm not really bursting how I want to burst.
Like June.
Chaining dribble moves together definitely felt really smooth. Fluent in terms of being able to branch out of things and branch into things. Obviously, I'm not like super duper dribble head. I'm not Steezo or anybody like that. But, you know, I play guard and have a lot of success even at competitive levels playing for money, so I can assess it a little bit. But I did talk to some of the better dribbling content creators that are at the event. You know, I'm sure, you know,
Kimberly?
They're all Dirk, Chappa, like Koza. They're all going to be posting dribble stuff, and they had some concerns as well. You know, they had a little concern about the burstiness, and it wasn't super explosive.
Kimberly, you ready for 2K27?
You got to wait to be able to put dribble styles on to really assess the burst, because a lot of past years, you know, the bursts were fine, but that was because we found the dribble style that gave it to us. You could quick stop. The quick stop I found was the LT quick stop right there that I just ran to the wing.
Okay, that's
with
good
Kobe.
to know.
You know, just tap LT and set my feet instantly, and I was able to shoot. Did it a few times. It worked pretty consistently. You know, maybe we find something better, but definitely, I think we're gonna be able to find a way to peak and quick stop threes.
Hey, it's almost that time.
Just like
to
past years, it might be. You know, last year was flick up. This, you know, it might be something different this year, like LT, or maybe we find a better one. But should be able to quick stop and set your feet. So everybody that's looking to shoot peaks and stuff, you should be back in business with that. Next, let's talk about AI players. It was something they said that they enhanced, and I played against the AI quite a damn bit, so I can give some good insight on this. The AI is so much better. I need y'all to be
locked in. If you in
definitely play better defense. They hawk passing lanes. Like if you throw any type of questionable pass, they were like they were picking it out the sky. Pick six going the other way. Obviously, like I said, I played on Hall of Fame, so that's a factor. But they were like really. If I left them open, they were really consistent. In terms of like layups and close shots,
I don't know if y'all could have y'all
they would make.
Middle school,
I don't want to say everything, but it felt like everything they would make. The AI seems really, really improved. I ain't gonna lie, we might be back on that thing where it's like you go to random rec and you're hoping your teammates quit because the AI is better than 85% of the people who play the game. Like, we might be back on that. Obviously, like I said, it was on Hall of Fame slider, so I don't know if like when we play rec or something, I don't think the AIs are gonna be on Hall of Fame sliders, but the Hall of Fame computer was very, very improved. Like, obviously we don't know like all the cheese against the bots. Like, we might find something like, you know, it used to be the jab step with the no dip. Like, we might find something that works against the bot all the time, but the old stuff that works against the bot, not really. I mean, you can kind of get them sucked into screens sometimes a little bit too easily and like get like a snatchback 3 off or something. But overall, like compared to how it was,
that's
it's
your
not
time
just like
to
last year where you could
socialize,
just throw
man.
it to somebody and just
Meet new
shoot the
people,
ball.
you
Like
know.
the bots were playing that. You couldn't just do a jab step and shoot. Like the bots were playing that. So obviously we know how the community is. Like people are gonna try to find something else, and once somebody finds it, like everybody will cheese that. But the old cheese that everybody was doing last year, where you just throw it and shoot a catch and shoot over the bot, from what I saw, obviously again I don't have Myplayer jump shots on. I'm using NBA player jump shots and all that. Nah, like they're guarding that now. You're gonna have to find something else to beat the bot.
Wait, what?
Myplayer jump and shoot over the bot, cheese that. But the is like people are gonna try to find something else, and once somebody finds it, like everybody will cheese that.
Wait,
and that you couldn't just do a jab step and shoot like the. But overall, like compared to how it.
Y'all heard how he said the jab step and shoot? That's what I was talking about. If you jab step, AI, he'll sag back. And then you could shoot over him. You get what I'm saying? Or you could jab and then he do one of these, like stun him a little bit, and then you shoot straight over him. What he's saying is you can't do that anymore. You gotta actually create your own shot. And that's good. Cause last year it kind of got annoying. Like, yes, you could do it, but it's like it don't take no skill. And it kind of give the opposing team the upper hand. So say your player, he got bad Wi-Fi or whatever, and he keep on skipping, lagging. Now he lag out. Now you got an AI. So now all he just gonna pass to him, and then he jab and then shoot over him. Now you lose him by 30.
Well, it's not just like last year where you could just throw it to somebody and just shoot the ball. Like the bots were playing that. You couldn't just do a jab step and shoot. Like the bots were playing that. Okay. So obviously we know how the community is. Like people are gonna try to find something else, and once somebody finds it, like everybody will cheese that. But the old cheese that everybody was doing last year, where you just throw it and shoot a catch and shoot over the bot, from what I saw, obviously again I don't have Myplayer jump shots on. I'm using NBA player jump shots and all that. Nah, like they're guarding that now. You're gonna have to find something else to beat the bot. The jab
like
step,
you said,
they're not just letting you jab step and then shoot a completely wide open three. All that stuff that was driving
and wreck all the
me
time,
and y'all
bro.
crazy and random wreck when people would quit. That stuff has been fixed. All right, real quick on passing. I'll be honest, I did not pass the ball that much. Like obviously, I'm controlling the whole team.
Steal.
I will just say some of the passes definitely felt floaty, but to be fair, I don't know everybody's pass rating, so it could just been like some of the people I was passing with had low pass accuracy. As I said about the AIs though, like if you throw a pass near
come on, bro. You playing with the greatest. You playing with Kobe. You playing with MJ. And then I forgot who this is right here. But they should have very good pass accuracies. You get what I'm saying? And if they have floaty basketball, a floaty pass, that says a lot.
AI, they hawked it. So I think passing lanes, unless
Like,
it's just the way the AI
I doubt
plays
they
them,
give
I think you're gonna
MJ
be able to
and
get
Kobe
real hockey in the lanes if you're playing it
65
correctly.
pass rate.
But I didn't throw a lot of like break passes to test break starter or anything because it's just
if anything, it's 85.
When you throw it to a human, the human is leaking and you're able to like really throw it down the court. When you're playing like Play Now or Rucker, like your teammates are not like running the break. They don't leak out to get a break starter pass, so it's kind of difficult to test by yourself. The next thing is the takeover system. In my opinion, it is just so much better. It's so much more logical. The days of dunking the ball 5 times and then popping deep bomber badge are gone. The PG coming up the court passing.
It was so confusing how like the takeover system works and what I was always trying to figure out what triggers like you actually having takeover and what's the point of takeover. Because it got to the point I was missing more in takeover than I was without takeover. So I'm like, bro, does it even benefit me? But hopefully what he's saying is that it'll be a whole lot better getting takeover and actually be beneficial. And then but I wonder how you can
the ball for 6
hated
possessions straight, and then all of a sudden, he's got his
lowered
sharp
the stats
takeover, and now all of a sudden he's
upping
looking
my
to
stats.
score. Like you get takeover from what you do in the game. Obviously, if you saw the news, you knew that. But like now, it's like if you dunk the ball, you get finishing takeover. If you're passing the ball, you get playmaking takeover. If you're shooting the ball, you get shooting takeover. Just so much more logical, and it really means like depending on how you're playing, that's the type of takeover you know, you're going to take the game over with what you're doing. It's just, it seems like such a simple fix, but it's been years I've been saying this, that that's the way it should be. You should be getting takeover in the way that you're dominating the game, and that's finally
exactly. And that's how 2K20 was. If you had a playmaking, say you had a playmaking stretch, right? It wouldn't go up if you get a rebound. If you get a rebound, that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with your player. Your player benefits off you shooting and passing, right? Or breaking somebody's ankles, or, you know, like one of those. If you slash, you get it off layups. You get it off, you know, dunking. Like, come on, bro. Everything got
seen
online.
a couple here, I think, in the Rucker Park gameplays. I had it with Kobe right after I got a couple dunks. I got that finishing takeover. Seems like a really simple change, but in my opinion, it's a big W. I think it was long overdue. So that's beautiful. And the last thing I'll touch on is the fact that 2K made the announcement that they are addressing the cheating problem. I really hope they're able to. I think it would bring a breath of fresh air to not just competitive modes, but casual modes. I mean, the cheaters were everywhere. You know what I mean? I posted multiple videos playing against them, streams against them. Like, it would just be a breath of fresh air if they're actually able to enforce the punishments that they're talking about and really like find a way to eliminate this whole problem. I think it's going to be easier said than done, but it was nice to hear them actually address it and make us aware that, you know, obviously they're aware of it, they're working on it, and going into 2K27, they are ready to try and combat these cheaters. It's a beautiful thing to hear. But if y'all want to check out an hour of raw NBA 2K27 gameplay where I'm using multiple teams, multiple different superstars, and testing all these new gameplay changes.
Should I press this one, chat? What y'all think? Should I press this one, or should we do more of a builder? I hated the cheaters so... Nah, for real, why? It was so easy to shoot last year. Super easy. Especially if you use rhythm shooting, right? So why cheat? Why have to have Zens? Why have to do that? And people was openly admitting to cheating. Then lag switching. Then getting people IP address, then striking stuff down. Like, come on, bro. All right, let's do it.
With Walmart's 500 million items, you can make
Like, that
home
was
feel
really
like a
blowing me,
galaxy
bro.
far, far away.
Dad, can Grogu
They
have some
see
friends?
they see a higher up.
What do you think about these?
And a lot of that got to do with matchmaking.
1
Gameplay.
hour of
The matchmaking gameplay,
raw
bro.
NBA 2K27
I don't like
gameplay.
that.
I
I'm gonna
tested
be
a bunch
honest.
of different teams, a bunch of
sometimes
different
I don't
players,
wanna
and you guys are
sweat
going to
all
get to
the
see a
time.
whole
Maybe
bunch
I
of
wanna play a
different
scrub.
aspects of NBA
Then I wanna
2K27
play-
gameplay
that's
in this
what-
video.
that's
Two
just
quick
how
things to note. The first thing is, in this video, I have some
Like,
person
real life
versus
is.
AI gameplay, and I also have some person versus person gameplay within this video.
Now hold on, let's talk about it. That's how real life is. Reality is the fact that you are on the court. You're running through people, right? Maybe they're good. They're super good. You have one team that's super good. Then you follow another team, and another team, they actually weak and casuals. They just hooping. You're not going to play demons every single time. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to play comp every single time. You're going to run into one of the bad teams. So I feel like that matchmaking... matchmaking is kind of crazy.
Get a taste of both of those.
You should be playing
The second
with all
thing
reds
is,
all the time.
The only
You shouldn't be
setting I
playing with
could
all
change
purples all
was
the
the
time.
difficulty.
Throw in the
All
gold,
of these
gold,
games are on a Hall of
silver.
Fame difficulty, but I wasn't
Come on,
able
bro.
to customize like my player HUD. I couldn't take
Yeah.
off my shot meter. I couldn't turn on the shot feedback for all shots. Unfortunately, we didn't have those
It just
options
makes sense,
available
bro.
to us at Community Day, but this is an hour of NBA 2K27 gameplay. I hope y'all enjoy. Please just take 2 seconds and drop a like for your boy. It's free. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Enjoy. With pure green windows being smaller and jump tools
He's
on
steady
the shot
trying to
to not only millisecond.
get us to go straight.
Link down
I
in the
about to say
description.
Streamlabs. 2K
Now
Labs.
the fast break, and Hart with the ball. And it's Anunoby, that time on the assist by Hart.
Boy, Josh Hart so willing to make the extra pass. This guy finds the best shot.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Hey.
Banked in off the glass.
Okay, that's
They're
realistic.
looking his way, and he is answering the call.
Yeah, when he gets into
It's
a
so
rhythm
weird
early,
seeing
it
Giannis
gives
in
the
a
offense
Miami
so
Heat
many different
uniform, but
options.
he look raw though.
Now here's Brunson.
He probably gained oil with this.
Second chance shot. That shot off. Good D by Giannis. On offense, here are the
Possession
Heat.
closer. That's a
It's a
bad.
three-point game. And the dunk by Giannis.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. GA, one thing is certain, you can never question the work ethic of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I mean, he works like he's fighting for a roster spot. He's obsessed with being the best version of himself, which is
he
why
just
he's
faded
an
a three.
all-time great.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. There's a lot to worry about when you're up against Giannis Antetokounmpo. I asked Coach about a defensive plan, and he said, we need to collapse low. Trying to stop Giannis one-on-one in the paint is a fool's errand. But if we throw bodies at him, that should slow him up. All hands on deck for Giannis. Kevin, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
That's nasty. Oh my
And
gosh.
Towns gets it to go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the commentary is actually decent. This is nasty.
Slow him up. All
I
hands
don't
on
care what
deck
nobody
for
says.
Giannis.
Look at this.
Kevin, back
Bump.
to you.
Okay, spin. He say spin, show ball. He
We
jump,
appreciate
fly by, up
it,
and
Allie.
under.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
And Towns gets it to go.
Nasty.
Carl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
Oh my God.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Brunson. Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the
That
line.
was beautiful. That reminded me. Yeah, that's bad.
Miami's been a slow
That's
it
bad.
down, grind it
That
out
reminded
team,
me of,
but times, as you know, have changed.
Yeah, Eric Spoelstra has rebooted their offense.
Post-game,
It's all about
post-game work,
pace,
that was
continuous
fluid.
movement, and
That was
playing
fluid.
5 out. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Landry Shamit's checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks leading by 5.
That just made me excited.
Shamet
I'm
on
not
the
even
wing.
supposed to.
Pass to Bridges. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Amongst players who have never made an all-star game, GA, Mikal Bridges. Valuable as any guy in the league.
And it's why New York traded all
Fun
those.
fact, bro, I don't think he ever missed a game. If he missed a game, like out due to injury or out because he's sick or something, he only missed like 5 games in his whole career. And he still haven't made an all-star team.
Round picks for him a few years ago. He's a winning player, and he just does.
I'm glad he got a
things.
championship ring, though.
What
He
you admire
deserves it.
about Mikal is he's such a grinder. You watch his defense, you can feel the intensity with this guy.
Here's what Miami's
There's a
going
lot
with
of
right
stars
now.
that don't
Bobby
play.
Portis comes in for a Bam
that take
Adebayo.
days
Oh!
Take rest days.
An amazing athlete.
Hey,
the
bro,
length,
Jordan,
speed,
Scottie Pippen,
Giannis is borderline impossible
Magic
to guard
Johnson,
when he is
Larry
playing
Bird.
downhill.
They didn't
For
take
New
no
York,
rest
they've
days.
gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this
Something-
game underway.
Bro,
And so Mike
Jordan
Brown calls
really-
a timeout. He's going to make some
Oh, yeah, okay,
adjustments to the
never,
game
right.
plan.
That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Miles McBride's checked in for
But like
Mikal
I'm
Bridges.
saying, like
Simone
AJ, he
Fontecchio.
played a flu
He's
game.
checked in for the Heat.
He had the flu.
Will Larson comes
He could
in
barely
for
walk.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Like he felt
In
tired.
the first
and
quarter,
he
we're about
still
3.5
plays.
minutes in.
You got people out here. They get a cough.
Here's
or
Hart.
they get a
And blocked.
slight
That one goes
discomfort.
careening off the
Slight
glass.
discomfort.
Yeah, good luck. Giannis
And they don't want to
controls
play.
space.
The whole time they just want to rest.
And forget about finesse. This
And then they
fella is
wonder
all
why
about the
they
power.
get injured when they got to play all these games.
125 left here in the first quarter.
Playoffs. I don't
Pass
know,
to
maybe
LeBron.
because he played 30 games out of the season.
Got a hand on it.
Like, I find that super wild.
Here's on
Man,
to
Shaq and Penny used to go to
I
the
don't know
hood.
that anyone
and
covers
play
as much
blacktop
ground
when they
in one
when
or
they
two
had
strides as Giannis.
Maybe during the
Runs in
season
the pass to Towns.
and still play. You know, But then again, a lot of people just don't.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Towns.
Plus 32, plus Miami.
Since his second year, Doris, Karl Anthony Towns has averaged at least 20 points per game every season.
Kevin, he absolutely part of that is because of the quality of shooting that he brings. Remember, he's 7 foot, and he's got as good a jump shot as there is in the league. That combination of size and shooting is very, very tough to deal with.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jalen Brunson.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Antetokounmpo. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, Hall of Fame coach Phil Jackson had a famous 40-20 rule, saying that legit contenders would have to secure 40 regular season wins before their 20th loss. Well, since 1980, only 4 teams had ever defied that prediction to win it all. Until last season, the Knicks, with their late season run to the title, became the 5th.
Terrific report. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. It's rebounded by New York.
Hey, you still got a time, no alley-oops.
Execute.
And those are the opportunities you don't want to blow. You're right at the cup.
Here's Giannis with the drive.
Hey.
And it just doesn't take many steps for Antetokounmpo to get up the floor on the break. It's just steal, sprint, and finish.
From the console?
Fires, high post. It's rebounded by Portis.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Hold on, chat. I gotta see something.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New York?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
On the floor for Miami, Ella Larson out there with Smith. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Adebayo in at the 4-man position. Miami trailing. Fontecchio hasn't made one yet. Portis finds Fontecchio. Adebayo with a screen for Smith.
I'm not sure, bro.
Goes up at the stripe. The shot by Adebayo,
Y'all
no
help
good.
me out.
The Knicks shooting well, 50% from the floor. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do. Left side, Adebayo.
Oh, there go that dunk.
Nasty. The athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
Oh, that's not fair. Adebayo using his athleticism to give this crowd something to remember.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So both teams changing it up here. The Knicks with the lead. McBride passes to Bridges. Outside, Towns.
Win the MVP this year.
Good work there as it goes. Towns has got 11 points.
I think the races
and one of the traits that teams look for in players, GA, guys who will accept some coaching.
This is
it might be Giannis.
The NBA is a lot like any job. Having a coworker who's unwilling to listen or accept input,
I go SGA.
It can hurt their performance as well.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
This might sound crazy, but Tyrese Maxey might have a good year.
Come on, 2 shots.
He was going crazy.
No good on the free throw.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Just
Jose
in general,
Alvarado, he's checked in for Miles
Tyrese
McBride.
Maxey, LeBron, and Jaylen Brown was playing.
Anunoby with the screen for Towns.
Running
He had
pick
a
and
nice
roll,
open look right there.
picking
He's
pops,
got 14.
fadeaways,
This guy has been on a mission. Carl
They built
Anthony
chemistry
Towns will
already.
not
They
be
didn't-
denied on the offensive end of the floor.
Embiid wasn't
So great
there.
expectations for the
DJ
Knicks set
Egg.
early last season.
Yeah, there was plenty of pressure in the nation's media capital. Fortunately, though, that hard-nosed roster
How about
had
you,
the
though?
disposition to handle the scrutiny, ultimately rewarding their fans with their first NBA championship.
Oh, okay, so NBA 2K
Let's
HQ
go to the
comes out
sideline and see
August
what Allie LaForce
21st.
has dug up for us. Allie,
26. It is a phone app
You know, I always say if you have time to scroll,
that
you have
connects
time
to
for
your
a call.
console game, NBA 2K27. Okay.
I'm great. How are
You can use the phone app to build your
When the connection
player
matters,
early.
it has to
and
be
then you send the
AT&T.
bill to your console. Okay, that's how it works.
I miss you too. I see you soon. I love you. Bye.
At
Alright, that makes
AT&T, we
sense.
guarantee your network.
That's
If
fire.
there's an outage,
take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo has steadily increased his rate of assists over his storied career.
I need the
He said, I
exact
always
time,
felt
though.
like that would be my last phase. As a legit point forward that can handle the ball, play make, put teammates in the right place, and make the team better. Back to you, Kevin.
A great passer.
I
Hey,
was
Allie, thank you
told
very much
12.
for the report. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Catching up on the
12
changes
for
for
my
New York.
time.
Drummond comes in for Mikal
1
Bridges.
p.m. Eastern.
And it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. And then for Miami, Higgins is checked in for Fontecchio. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Pella Larson. And it's Mitchell in for Smith.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has
What you
become
saying?
so
You
versatile.
can't download it right now?
Brunson against
And
Mitchell.
who your MVP? Who you think is gonna win?
Brunson outside.
Predictions, man, predictions.
Here's the teardrop.
And I don't
Great
like
positioning on the putback.
unpopular opinion. Probably I do not like Jaylen Brown.
If I can get to the offensive window, I can put points on the board.
I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. I do not like this game.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Over Drummond. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Adebayo.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Miami Heat as they play against. Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. Harden and Mitchell combine as the lethal backcourt pair. Mobley and Allen are inside. And it's Strus in at the 3 spot. And for the Heat, in it forward, it's Wiggins and Giannis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see
That's
Mitchell
cool.
and Hardaway
That's a cool
Jr.
pick.
And it's Adebayo in at the 5. All eyes are on the paint in this one. We should see quite the battle between these two premier centers, Clark.
BA, I think it's going to be one heck of a matchup. You know, it's very interesting
Bruh,
to
it
me
say-
how much the role of the center
says
has
already out,
transformed in today's NBA. It's no longer just about size with the center.
find it, though?
It's the skill level these guys possess at both ends of the floor, which is remarkable.
Antetokounmpo. Mobley grabs the board.
As he often does, he gets to the rim, but that's just stellar defense.
Wait.
And stolen by
rough, boy.
Adebayo. Wiggins with a screen on Strus. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
And that one misses. Looking around the league, Clark, I don't think there's anyone who plays as hard as Giannis.
I tell you what, BA, the list is short. I mean, I think him, maybe Russell Westbrook, they're kind of in a class by themselves, but he's one of the few players who doesn't take plays off at either end of the floor. He's giving you everything he has whenever he's between those lines.
Well, he's just showing off now. That was unbelievable.
Sure was. Pretty amazing what this guy can do. Mitchell misses.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Wiggins against Harden.
I don't see it.
5 on the clock. That one's wide left.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the...
So did you download it yet?
Mobley, right side. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. I asked what the biggest challenge is going to be for their team tonight. And Coach highlighted going up against their defense, namely Evan Mobley, saying, quote, he's big, he's tough to move, and he'll make you pay if your operation isn't clean. Seems like we know who they will be keying in on tonight. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Mitchell, the pass to Strus. Here's Harden. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Allen, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Let's go to, good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Puts the move on, and Giannis throws it down.
I'll tell you, the hang time required to pull that off is unreal.
Let's go back to the My Career. Let's see how we come in with the My Career.
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Guys.
Cause this is what you want, right? This your bread and butter right here.
Will automatically get triggered, and that will make your player an even bigger beast. But I'm about to go on to this.
See how many? Okay, so we got the 76ers, 91-92, 91-92. Milwaukee Bucks, 91-92. Washington Bullets, 91-92. So you see how many great teams was just in one year? That's actually amazing. Same thing in Cleveland, Boston Celtics, LA, Atlanta Hawks, Miami Heat, Charlotte Hornets, Utah Jazz. So that's wild. All these 91-92s. I guess you run 2K, bro. I guess, gang. Hey, you want this smoke? Don't come this way. You in the wrong spot. Cause I ain't gonna lie. You in the wrong spot. Don't look this way. I'm telling you right now. You don't want it. We could run. We could run it. It's whatever.
The presentation. Chicago versus Boston to start.
I'm on Park. You get smoke on Park. You get smoke on Cruise. We having Cruise this year again, and we're gonna have our private matchups, private matches.
You know what I'm gonna be doing.
We're gonna have Rec. I'm in Rec for sure. We could definitely link in Rec though. That's cool.
I'm not letting him get by me. I got the size.
Hey man, you're gonna have to see me.
I have the block. I told him to get that weak stuff up out of here.
Now I ain't gonna cap to y'all. This the graphics is cool and all, cause it give it that old retro feeling. But again, this be tearing up my eyes. It be messing my eyes up. Like playing this for a long time. This blurry shit.
I've never seen an athlete like this other than Michael Jordan, right? Over here in the 90s.
Cuz came in with smoke.
This is not even fair,
hey, we don't duck those.
How did the Chicago Bulls get this kid Neil Bridges?
You know what time it is.
I want you to let me know
you know what time
you plan
it is.
on playing this game mode. What era and team do you plan
probably
on
on PlayStation
going to? I want to see what kind of combinations you guys come up with. I am dunking that thing on Larry
probably
Bird,
on PlayStation
and Jordan
most
is coming into the game. I was not a starter, so our playing time was kind of hit and miss together.
Yeah.
But he's taking that deep.
Okay, so it's not just me. The graphics be crazy. I'm pretty sure you could turn this off. Because if they add motion blur too, it's gonna cook me.
With the cold first step, Neil Bridges move like the rim.
That did take us to halftime. My stats are looking pretty good. You like that I added the old school music to the video too, bruh? And I do think you're able to turn the filter off of the video if you want to, so it doesn't look old school.
And hey, cuz.
And I'm ripping pockets.
Hey, I'm finna be on here daily too.
Now my gameplays were out of order. That's why it
so it's easy to catch me. All you gotta do is pull up in chat or hit my phone and say, hey, it's time.
To pull that thing, but they
only thing I probably gotta wait for my homies to get back.
I'm like, I was mad that he fouled because I wanted to get that one.
We can make some
Scottie
things shape for
Pippen in the paint, dunking it down on Bird. He wasn't really doing anything out here for the team. Oh, now he's shooting it. And of course he's gonna make
Larry
it.
Bird jumper is so crazy.
I shouldn't have even said anything. Probably gonna get hot now. But we still have a huge lead over the Boston Celtics. And by the way, you are trying to earn those badge tokens instead of unlocking badges. When you are playing this game, technically you already have all of your badges unlocked, but you have to use those tokens. And I believe you earn them by
Hey, this is a good ad though. This is sleeper, but they never would show the actual score of the game. If you know, you know. Like every halftime or every time the quarter would end, then they would show the time. I'd be like, bro, we losing. I didn't even know we was losing, but you gotta keep track on your own. Like, but you can see it now.
Maybe if you do other things like, hit some milestones, stuff like that. But if you're dunking a lot in one game, you'll probably get a finishing badge token. You feel me? So it matters what you're doing. We ended up beating the Celtics, but now look at who we're going up against. The Detroit Pistons. Now, this was around the time when the bad boys were coming to an end, because this is when Jordan was about to start getting his rings. You know what I'm saying? But Isaiah Thomas was still balling. I'm able to pull down a rebound. Don't call for it, Jordan. I was trying to throw an alley-oop, but they are playing some crazy defense. Check me out again.
So hold on, if you play the same position as Jordan, is Jordan gonna be on the bench?
I'm gonna just take the basket myself because they won't allow me to pass it. Obviously, I'm trying to get some sick highlights.
Or if you playing with Bron, and you play Bron, if you play small forward or something.
In the paint, doing his thing. And IT missed it, but they got the putback.
They probably throw you at guard regardless.
I see what Detroit's trying to do out here. And I'm taking that thing all the way to the paint. If you have multiple GOAT skills, you can activate them all at once or single them out.
I don't see Harper on this team, though. Wasn't Harper on here, or he came
jump,
later?
But I thought he was going to shoot it. And Dennis Rodman is able to get
I think he came later, I ain't gonna lie.
And complete the free throw. That was right before Rodman ended up going to the Chicago Bulls, right? Kind of crazy, yeah. And look, I'm playing this pick and roll. Going all the way in with that layup. I love the layups on this game, too. I never thought I would say that. All the way in with another one. My takeover was activated.
He looked like Martin Lawrence.
I am getting these blocks in the paint.
Seeing these XPs? Hold on. These XPs
These blocks in the
right here, they real crucial, though. Because that's where the reward points come from, and then you could buy certain things with these XP areas.
Hey!
That's what I was talking about.
Neil Bridges is not playing around. Obviously, he can go to any era.
Hey, okay, that's cool. I'll come off the bench for MJ, though. Kobe, Shaqs. I'll come off the bench for them. But don't put me behind no Isaiah Thomas. I don't care. Okay, that might be a stretch, too.
Yao Ming. I am gonna have to figure out where I want to put him when I create.
But if you put me behind a player like 26, though, I'm probably gonna be pissed. Dude, right here, he's a fill-in.
Characters. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to the current time right away, even though they do have the cutscenes and all that. I do not think you'll be able to do the cutscenes and the story mode on eras. I don't think they got that far advanced, my dude. Where they have Michael Jordan in a cutscene, but if they ever do that,
that will be insane.
Man, then we are really talking. Imagine if they made like an old school looking city too. Look at MJ.
He get up. He got up on
With
that.
Walmart's back-to-school must-haves, even their locker can be as big as their vibe.
Hey, how y'all feeling about the gameplay so far, man? We've been looking at a lot of clips.
What I like to see. We're about to try to
y'all
get him
feeling,
involved in the game. I'm taking a 3 and doing scuba.
What in the blue moon?
I don't think anybody in 1991 knew what I was doing back then. And we cannot get a rebound.
He started a trend 30 years prior to, or 40 years.
And he is able to bang that thing 34 to 41.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Detroit was
You know, I
starting to
try,
turn
bro.
up.
I
Look at
try
that.
to be
They're
cool.
gonna block my
Like,
shot as I try to go into
well,
the
I
paint.
don't. Well, you know,
Isaiah Thomas was trying to take over.
I just be vibing
but
for real.
here's Michael
Be chilling.
Jordan throwing that thing up to Pippen, and he's
I
gonna
appreciate you for
stop
sure.
and take that mid-range. So the game was not over quite yet.
Man,
but it's
just
not
stick
looking too
aroun,
good
bro.
for
This
us at the
ain't
moment.
nothing. Just
I
wait
was
until
getting
my
ice cold from this defense.
I link up with my
I was
homies. We
telling
do
MJ to
different
cut. I could get him the ball,
gameplay.
and he
We
is
might
gonna
throw
get
in some
that
challenges.
bucket.
I don't know if y'all want to see that,
Ultimately, I
but
was unable to stop
like
this
small
Detroit
challenges,
team.
I say like only complete the game, win a game with only layups, only using layups. See how many games we can win like that. See how many games if we could go on a 5-game streak, only shooting threes. We can only win without dribbling. That's a good one too. Y'all think that's content ideas? I'm trying to make it worthwhile watching, you know.
And they are taking
Okay,
another
bet.
3 right
Okay,
there.
cool.
Isaiah Thomas
Say
doing
less.
his thing.
And then I'm gonna have
And check
vibes.
out Jordan
I'm
with the
also
little
have vibes.
fadeaway.
I'm on
That is
Twitch and
beautiful
I'm on
stuff. They
YouTube
ended
right
up
now,
taking a
so I'm
timeout,
streaming
but we
on
were
both.
running out of time. It's
So
an 8-point game.
You can watch the vibe
But
over if you
ultimately,
missed the stream
they
for
took
sure.
me out of the game right here in the 4th quarter.
We're gonna be
And
here,
we
man.
only
We here.
lost by 2.
We locked in, buddy.
Gonna walk out
Okay, bet.
here.
I got them challenges.
with
We
an
gonna do it.
L. We could not beat
And then some
Detroit
games
right
we gonna
here.
dress up
Isaiah
as certain
Thomas
players
did
too.
his thing,
That's
but
gonna be
I had
hard.
fun in that Jordan
I
era.
might dress up as
I am
Kawhi.
gonna go
My
do
homie might
one
dress up
more
as PG.
promised,
Or
and that will be the Kobe era
that'd be
in
hard.
2003.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. This is hard. This is super in depth. I didn't see that part. I was wondering why the Jordan era, it all was at 91, 92. I'm like, bro, that's it. But nah, it's in different eras. So that makes more sense. I don't know why it cause it's eras, but I thought you could only play as Jordan in this one. You could only play as Kobe in this one. You could only play as, and then only have like two, maybe 3 teams. But this is so in depth. They got like 12 teams you could play in one era. That's even better. Magic versus Bird. This is insane right here alone. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year.
And I want to go
And then
help
we're gonna
out.
be completing these challenges when my homie's not on. We're gonna be completing these right here.
Allen Iverson, I know you already done seen some of the clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna start this thing off against the Indiana Pacers. And
And they
look
got
at
the
that.
same, like,
We just ended up facing Isaiah Thomas, and
this
now
is hard.
he is
I ain't gonna
coaching
lie. I'm
the
ready.
Pacers in
I'm ready, bro.
2003. My boy Allen Iverson.
I just want to create
is
my
getting
build right
hot
now.
early, hitting threes all over the Pacers.
Build my
Now,
build,
too bad we still won't be able to see Reggie Miller.
I don't know.
in the
I
game.
might
That's
be
a
on
bummer.
later
Hey, how come him
to
and
break
Charles
down my
Barkley
build with my homie.
won't be in the hot diggity dog thing? Look
Oh,
at me with
we'll
the
see.
step
We'll see.
through. I
We'll
have
see.
no idea if they were even doing that move yet. And I'm in the paint with
Ooh.
the dunk.
Because I don't really know what to go live on for the next few days until this come on. Because I already built. I mean, we was doing. No, Iverson really do got swag for real. If they would have had his baggy shirt,
So we took
like,
care of
bruh.
the Pacers, but nah.
he stayed in
I was a
some
little bit
fashion.
surprised when I saw LeBron James pop
But,
up because they ended up altering the eras
What was I
a little
saying though?
bit to put
Oh,
rookie
I don't know what else to
LeBron-
film
Oh, I was trying to
or
switch
stream.
off and he
Maybe I'll
banged the
just hop
3.
on just to
They
chop
put
it up with
rookie
y'all.
LeBron in Kobe's era.
Because I finished
And by the way,
a
they ended up
gameplay that I was
putting rookie
playing
Jordan
like yesterday.
in the Bird and Magic
And we was
era,
playing on
so
that
that's
for a
pretty
few
cool
days.
stuff.
We was
I was
messing
not
around on that
expected
for a
to have
few
to
days.
face him in this game, but I was ready for it. And I ended up getting an
But
assist
Wednesday,
right there,
I'm on for
chilling
sure.
on the bench, but we're back out here.
11 o'clock, I'm here. And we getting straight to it since we already gonna have our bills built. Tight heat, like.
I love being able to see some of the players that I have not heard of in a while. Darius Miles used to be an absolute beast. And I know some of y'all probably don't even know who he is, right? That's what makes this game mode so dope. Imagine
Man, seriously, because the people who missed out on certain moments and certain moments in NBA history, you could kind of relive it and kind of see what it was like. Like seeing Mutombo, seeing AI, seeing James, like seeing just people, seeing West on the court, like it's crazy. And they'd be like, dang, this is really how it was. So it give you that nostalgia base. Or you already known them before, or you were seeing the games as they was live. Like me, for example, 2014. I remember that vividly. Like I remember from front to finish of the playoffs. I remember 09 from front to finish from the playoffs. Like it was crazy. The Magic was in 09. They was actually Western Conference, like in Western Conference Finals. Like who would have thought 09 it would be Lakers versus Magic? Like what?
if you go to a team like in the early 90s,
but that,
you have no idea
in
who's
09
really
though,
even on the squad. And you
the
get
Magic
up there and
verse,
you think to yourself,
I mean, not
who
Magic.
is this?
The Lakers
I'm
verse
over here taunting right in front of LeBron,
Celtics was
trying to get a little
insane.
pick and roll going.
Legendary.
All the way in with that
It was so many legends in that building on the court at once.
I'm not gonna lie, he was low-key frying you, boy. I'm gonna get another foul. Trying to guard him, trying to guard Kobe Bryant. Think about all the players that you can go up against.
I ain't gonna lie, when we start playing though, I might have to shift the chat to the left side. What we thinking? Because look, it's covering the scoreboard and stuff.
40 total points, like I said before.
Or we can keep it like this and then rock out. Because it really don't make me a bit of difference. You can see everything you need to see. You can see 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
But LeBron still gets it at the end of the shot clock. They have Carlos Boozer on the team.
And then you can also see
I'm going in with another layup.
right.
I think I have SGA's layup package. That's why it looks like that.
Okay,
30
yeah.
seconds
All
left
right,
in
I
the
got
third
you.
quarter. LeBron,
I'll
of
do that.
course, still cooking me, getting that bucket, and we are losing in this one. Check me out. I'm trying to get something at the buzzer, and I get it to go.
Taco Bell's new $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Luxuriate in premium grilled steak and
a lucky shot by Neil Bridges. A 10-point
Because
lead
some games,
by
it's
LeBron.
crazy. Some
Look at
games,
him,
it's
dude.
like you have it over here, and in certain games, you gotta have it on the other side. Then you gotta switch your face cam to the other.
I could not stop this dude. He is saying this is his house. We are not coming to take it. Now running off screens and taking a 3. It's looking like I should have joined the Cleveland Swagaliers, right?
Yeah, man.
Getting the block.
They ain't there laying belt to you.
And all the way
down
in there,
17, 19, no. Yeah, call that time out.
It's not looking good. LeBron is
Prime
fired up. Darius
if he
Miles
would have had
getting
more
the
help
crowd
on
hyped.
the Cavs at this moment, he would have won. He would have won, bro.
Now some of these games,
At
granted, I was
18,
trying to
he
do
would have won
certain
the championship.
moves. I cut
Ain't
some
that
of that
crazy?
stuff out, and I
Or at
ended up
least-
getting down in some games. But I'm gonna move on to
But
another
beating
one
AI in them,
because
it's crazy.
in the Kobe era, it would only be right if we played the Lakers.
Would be
That is
would've
who
been
Allen
crazy.
Iverson's nemesis was when he was out here trying to win an NBA Finals.
Oh, my.
But imagine, Shaq is throwing my
Derek,
stuff out of
Derek
bounds.
Fisher on that
Imagine if Neil
one.
Bridges was on the team.
Cole,
Would things have
number
been
8,
different?
Grant.
Now we can see.
Who that? Was that Bynum?
Going up with the beautiful dunk.
Is Bynum on this team?
Man, oh man, the dunk packages I have, I think I ended up equipping Kobe, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan.
Man, Derek Fisher when
Imagine
he had
if I
hair
would have
though.
pulled off that free throw line
weird.
dunk when I was playing with Jordan, that would have been pretty sick. Iverson is out here doing his thing.
Because Derek Fisher been bald for a minute.
So quick and strong when he goes to the basket. And I went into another one of those GOAT skills, trying to guard Kobe.
Ooh.
I told you,
that's
man,
not a contest though. Hold on, bro. That's not a contest. Let's be honest.
And I went into another one of those GOAT.
That's not a contest. Maybe he jumped late. Maybe we could give him benefit of the doubt. And look, they got. Was Kobe rocking Adidas at this time? I remember he had a deal, but these hard. Nah, he was rocking those. I think he was rocking
I told you, man, going against these dudes is so difficult. I cannot even imagine putting some of this
like
on
the retro
Hall of Fame,
codes. Oh my!
which I am gonna do
so
when
nasty.
I get on the real game. I know I would be getting fried by a lot of these teams. Imagine how good they're gonna be playing. And there's a rebound. We are up 28-22. I'm passing that thing to the three-point line. Aaron McKee is going to hit it. Allen Iverson and the 76ers.
76ers going to have that thousands vibe. I can tell.
He's going to swat me again.
They're going to have this vibe again.
Hey, just wait until
Mark
I
my
bring
words.
Thanos out here. You want
And they coming back to these jerseys
I got something
and this
for
court.
you, Shaq. He didn't end up blocking that one. I was
They
a
said
little
he
too
been
quick.
be turned.
And we still are
I
holding
hate
on
Philly
to that
fans,
lead,
though.
moving the ball around. I was calling for it, cutting to the basket, going up with that dunk.
They blow stuff out of proportion all the time.
Kobe
man.
is upset because they are losing and they are letting us dominate. Allen Iverson with the steal and the dunk. The little guy with a rare show of athleticism getting up there.
A rare show? I don't know. We talking about AI,
moving
champ.
the ball around. I'm just letting him eat at this point. Giving him the ball
AI used
over
to
and
always
over.
get up there.
Allen Iverson is delivering at the moment. And here's Kobe. We're playing that defense. And now on the break, I try to take it all the way, and I'm going to get it. That's what I like to see at the end of the quarter. No, sir, Kobe. Not in my house. You can time
Man,
those
they dubbing
long
them,
shots.
though.
I know I saw
24 to
someone hit a full quarter with Curry, and they are upset about what's going on in this game, but I'm loving it. 42-24. I'm getting a steal in the backcourt. Neil Bridges not messing around.
Was that Kyle Korver?
I'm getting a steal in the backcourt.
Wait, Kyle Korver was on this team? What? Wait, let's look that up, bruh. I did not know Kyle Korver was on this team. Oh, 03 to 07. So wow, what? So he was a rookie.
Neil Bridges
That's
not
crazy.
messing around. That is what we do, baby. But Kobe Bryant
crazy,
doesn't give
chat.
up. I'm like, yo, we cannot automatically assume that we have
He was
this
drafted in
dub
03, yeah.
when you have the Black Mamba. He almost made me fall.
That's wild.
What is going on, my dude? I was like, let me take him down in the
Because
paint
honestly,
I know I have
he
that
didn't show up on my
6'7"
map,
frame.
my radar until
Hey,
he
don't
played
even
with
say it
the
in
Bulls.
the comments, yo.
The
I know
Bulls
y'all
my favorite
want
team,
to.
so.
Look at Kobe absolutely taking me to school.
And then he retired with the Bulls.
What is going
I think he
on,
retired with the Bulls. I'm like, dang.
And they
That was a
ended
short
up taking
career.
me
Whole
out of the
time he was in
game.
the.
We get the victory.
He been in the league.
60-46.
I don't even remember
ended
him
up with
playing
my
for the
fifth
Jazz.
Win. We are unlocking more XP and dapping them up. But now, I mentioned earlier in the video, you can actually go to the All-Star Weekend as well. So I figured I'd go into the dunk contest.
I do not
during
like
the Kobe
playing
era
the dunk contest and all these All-Star games
because
they be cheating, bro.
And Richard Jefferson, and they are starting me off. I forgot how to do this. I had to look at the buttons, dude. And I'm trying to do a little 360 or something. What was that? Like a reverse 180 off of the alley-oop. They gave me a 45 for that dunk.
You playing Jason Richardson though.
Is up. You already know. Ooh, that thing was nice.
Oh.
They had to have gave what?
A 33? I guess,
33. I think it must be that low because of my difficulty, right? I told
That's
you
trash.
I had that thing on All-Star at the moment. I think they want me to come out and win the dunk contest.
That's trash.
Richard Jefferson only a 27.
Stoudemire, let's see what you
got. And now
got.
we are seeing what Amari Stoudemire is going to pull off, who just got inducted
They throwing
into
basic
the Hall
ones
of
for
Fame.
him
He got a little
because it's
360.
easy, like they said.
That was kind of mid. Anybody could have done
Nah,
that.
facts.
But they gave him a 44.
I want to see them do it.
Wow,
I want to
after
see them
one
come from
round,
the
I'm only up
commentaries
by a point.
booth. I want to
So
see
now
them
it's
try to
time for my
dunk and see
second
how that
dunk.
goes.
I really have to try to go
While they
ahead.
judging.
Off the oop, I'm gonna dunk it hard. I definitely like that one better than the first one, and they gave me a 48. But as this video comes to an end, I want to thank
Jason
you
Richardson
for sticking
was
around
nasty.
for the whole video. I had
30.
a lot of fun playing this My Career Eras. This was the video I really wanted to upload for you guys to show you all of the possibilities you can do within this mode. And I am going to be playing this at launch. So make sure to drop a like and sub if you haven't. I will be back. Oh, man, look at... Hey, what is he doing? I will be back with some more soon as we're going to win this dunk contest.
WQJB, man, for sure. Well, who else we need to watch? We watched, yeah. What's Solo talking about? He's still talking about
Hey,
something?
what's your name, sweetheart? I forgot.
You can just call me ChatGPT.
It's crazy, bro, because
ChatGPT.
I could have been streaming a long time ago. I could have been doing this, bro, but
80 pass cappers in mind.
I just haven't, just off the simple fact that
options with cappers on this build, they can go crazy. So as long as there's a solid dribble style that we can find with an 80 speed ball, this 6'8" build could go crazy, and it's really good with zero cappers.
Wait. He breaking builds.
Y'all make sure to check out his video though. Y'all probably already subbed to Double H, so y'all can check him out. Drop a like on his video.
Point guard 6'8", so we're gonna go 6'8", and then we're gonna go with the wingspan.
2K27 giveaway soon, man.
Hold on, we gonna do our own what's her name? This Double H. Let's see. Double H. Cause he might be talking about something. Dude, he made bills already. What the? This dude made bills already? Are we serious? Alright, go. Oh yeah, we lit. We lit, chat. I'm gonna add these to the queue real quick. But I'm not interested in all these guards. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the guards. What you gonna make? You gonna make a guard? Or what's your cup of tea for real? Let's see. Damn, oh, there you go.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about all-around 6'7" builds. Builds that are going to be able to unlock contact dunks, elite shooting in the mid-range and three-point area, unlocking all of the dribble moves and the dribble style you're going to want, with solid defense, and also unlocking 4 takeover abilities, and one of them being the most OP takeover in the game, that being airspace. We got a couple different versions and a lot to talk about in this video to share what is possible on these 6'7" builds and why I think they're going to be a great hype for builds in NBA 2K27. So drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get this video started. With NBA 2K20,
you definitely gonna find you players to run with. If you a center, definitely everybody wants a center. Everybody want to play small. Everybody want to play like guard or shooting guard and forwards. But since you're gonna be a center, you're gonna have a lot.
27 being new to all of us, you're gonna need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2KLab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code Double H for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations. It's your boy Henry.
I don't know how Little Caesars brought the pizza.
You making like a stretch though?
2 large pizzas
like a stretch
for $4.99 each.
You making a post score.
You
making a rim protector.
AKA Double H back at it with yet another banger. And hey, we're gonna be going over my 6'7" build I made. This is probably my personal favorite build I made at Community. Y'all know I like to make an ISO build for the 2 score. But regardless of what you're making it for, whether you want to make it a point guard, a shooting guard, whatever, you can obviously adjust the stats around. This is really just to give you an idea of what kind of 6'7" build you can make for NBA 2K27. So I'm not necessarily telling you to make this specific build. I'm kind of just showing you the build I made as the 6'7", and you can kind of get an idea of what you can get away with. Okay, I will say with 2K27 builds, you don't really get as much compared to 2K26 in terms of like badges and some other stuff. So because you got to unlock badge tokens, there's even cap breakers, and you're not starting with any, but we're definitely gonna look at
finally, you can't be weak and try to build your player. You actually gotta progress and get your badges how you supposed to. It's not no money grabbing thing. It's 12:42 for me, Central Time. I'm in Central Time. How about you? What time you on?
Build, with cap breakers in mind, because you're obviously gonna unlock some pretty early on, of course. But yeah, we're going with hand is left, jersey number 1. But messing around, the tallest point guard build you can make is 6'7". So if you want to make a 6'8", you got to be a shooting guard. And something I noticed with messing around the builder is if you want a 92 perim eventually on your build with a 6'8", you're not getting a high 3-pointer with that. Like most 3 you're getting is an 86 if you want a 92 perim when it comes to this wingspan adjustment. So that's a big thing they changed with the 6'8", is you're not just going to be able to get 92 perim, high 3-pointer too. Like no, you're going to get a lower 3 than that compared to 2K26. So that's one thing they changed. So if you want to get eventually a 92 perim and a good 3 ball, you're gonna have to make a 6'7". Not only that, but if you notice when you're looking at 6'8",
or you down south,
you max speed ball you're getting is 80. Okay, and Zach LaVine dribble style is at 83 speed with ball. So
you out west, so
and I heard Scoot Henderson dribble style's decent for 80 speed with ball, but Pacific if you want Zach LaVine dribble style, hey, you can't make a 6'8". You're gonna have to make a 6'7". So that's another reason why I was looking at. Not only that, but if you want a high handles for days, which you might need with the bumps in this game, you're gonna have to go with a higher ball handle, which is gonna be at 6'7". Or if you want SGA double flick escape, then you're gonna need the 91 ball handle, which is gonna be at 6'7". So I ended up going with 6'7", and this is the first build I made with the 6'7". This is the first version. I'm gonna show multiple versions, talk about it and stuff. Now with the weight, I was kind of messing around with that as well. And then this is my first time in the actual attribute screen, right? And the first thing I did,
so are you getting yours early?
Or that 93 pointer, okay? And I was messing around, throwing the dunk to 87 because I know, or 89 because I know contacts are 89, 78. That silver post, right?
Hold on, it might be clutch for you because you could get a head start since you don't go back to school until September. It originally dropped in September 4th. You might get it early, shawty.
And then this is my first.
Let's see this real quick.
Stuff. Now with the weight, I was kind of messing around with that as well. And then this is my first time in the actual attribute screen, right? And the first thing I did was go with that 80 or that 93 pointer, okay? And I was messing.
See, the key to making builds, you gotta make sure you hit your most important specs first. So I say you gotta make sure your mid's good, your 3 good, you gotta touch that. Then you gotta touch your physicals. then you touch these. Or you could knock out mid-range like he doing. Mid-range 3, drive and dunk if that's what you want. Ball handle. Then you go speed with ball. Then you go defense. Then you go here. It all depends on what you looking for. So me, if I'm doing defensive, I'm doing like shooting. I'm going shooting first, and then I'm going down defense. I don't really care about finishing. I'll go finishing later. Playmaking maybe later, but I gotta go physicals and board. You get what I'm saying?
Around, throwing the dunk to 87 because I know, or 89 because I know contacts are 89, 78. That's silver posterizer, and I want
see how he touching. Watch how he do his.
Let's go with that 80 or that 93 pointer, okay? And I was messing around, throwing the dunk to 87 because I know, or 89 because I know contacts are 89, 78. That's silver posterizer, and I want contacts on my build, of course. And automatically, I was like putting stats up like it was 2K26. I went 92 per 91 steal. Look, I'm already at 93 overall. I just got my ball handle to 86. Speed with ball, I just put to an 80. Not really thinking, just kind of assuming, right?
Oh, this is gonna be expensive. Your badge point's gonna be really expensive, chat. Not gonna cap.
Right? 65 pass seconds. I'm like, oh my god, I'm already at 90.
Look, you already at 98. And didn't even touch it real speed, your agility. And then 3-point is maxed. So that really did something. He didn't even touch his board. But he a guard though, so he's not touching his board. But this, if anything, this really matters. The agility alone matters. The speed matters. Strength, not really. But vert, I don't know, But in order to go from point A to point B laterally, you need the agility, you need the speed to get downhill,
Super overall. I'm trying to get my vertical for the contact dunks. And boom, I can't even upgrade anything else. But I wasn't even looking at the badges because there's not a badge you get at exactly 92 per. There's not a badge you get at exactly a 91 steal. I don't even have any rebounding. I don't have pass sack. I don't have speed and agility. I don't have block. I don't have interior. When you're making your 2K26 build, 27 build, you can't just make your 2K26 build. The badges are different. You see, like, look at the thresholds. Like, it's 91 prim, 80 agility for seatbelt, which is kind of like clamps this year. Or for steel, I think it's 93 steel, and then there's 83 steel. Like, those are the little thresholds, right?
Damn.
So you got to make sure you're looking at your badges correctly and adjust those things. So I went right back, adjusted the weight because I realized, I also don't qualify for that 83 speed. So I was going to go the heaviest.
The weight really plays a huge part. Like, okay, you get the height. Okay, you get the wingspan. But if you get down to the weight, that's when you can make or break your build by the weight alone. Because look how he dumbing down and then going back up. You losing your speed. You could lose your speed, your agility. Now you slower than usual. Or the strength not really getting affected, which is crazy. But the speed with ball, you feel me? Yo, 3-point get deducted a little bit. But if you could really shoot, you don't need a 93 points. You'd be cool with an 85. You'd be cool with an 80, like an 86 maybe. You don't need to go overboard, because mid-range is going to carry you. Mid-range is going to give you a lot of badges. At least that's how it was from past years. Make sure your mid-range is high. Your mid-range should be higher than your 3-point, if anything. And then I don't really care about the layups and dunks no more.
Weight I can get while trying to get 83 speed with ball, and also maybe trying to look at that 70 O board to get the rebounding badge that you need. Sync Crasher to get those crazy Superman animations. You get at 70 O board, you get silver. So I was like, okay. Now keep in mind, I'm just doing that because of the 2.
And hopefully they change the rebounding this year, because you know how you would press to get the board. And I'm used to like gliding through the air with the hustle rebounder. But last year, it's like he would just try to jump in place. he jump in place, but the ball go over. But you knew it was gonna go over, so that's why you try to run and try to glide. So hopefully they fix that. Please, 2K, please fix these rebounds. Because that was so trash.
A lot of y'all, if you're playing 2-guard in Pro-Am or something, and you want to make a 6-7, like, you not upgrading overboard, right? But yeah, looking back at the build, this is what we got, right? I also wanted to look at what animations I need. You know, I was looking at the badges at first, but we need to see what these animations unlocks are. So I saw contact dunks is the same. You know, got 87.75, 89.78 for the off one contacts. Then I was looking at moves and Zach LaVine dribble style. You need an 83 speed with ball. Paul George escape. You need an 86 ball handle. So you can't just go 85 like last year. SGA double flick escape. You can't have a low ball handle like you could last year, or a lower ball handle like you could last year and get it. No, you need a 91 ball handle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got to look at those moves. Think about what moves you want and make sure you can even get those, because
and this is real valuable how they kept this from last year, you know, the animations. Make sure you can unlock it, because a lot of people lost money trying to unlock certain things, and then they didn't unlock it, and now they wasted their money on a build. And then also cap breakers. They gonna show cap breakers this year. Thank goodness. Because you'd be like, man, if I wouldn't just made this last tick to get this cap breaker, I would have been decent. And then now you make another build. Now you make another variant of the build. Now you do this. My homie was doing that a lot last year. I'd be like, bro, why are you spending more money trying to get, you know, just an extra rebound or an extra dribble style and tough stuff like that? So it's good that they did play their part in this.
That's different for those, but luckily you can look at all that.
Because not a lot of people can pay, because they pay an arm and leg for one build and one build only. They're not getting paid consistently in order to throw some money into their build. So you gotta look out for the people who play casually, or like you are in middle school and y'all not working with a lot of bread personally, you know. So you gotta make it worth people while.
That stuff in the builder. I was even looking at takeovers, and Deep Bomber takeover isn't a thing anymore. It's called zip code, and if you want it, you can't have a 93 like last year. You gotta have a 91.3. But I saw Shot Artist as a shooting takeover at 89.3 or mid-range, and that's just like a fading takeover, like any fades, mid-ranges, threes, and I honestly really like that as a takeover. So I was chilling without getting the 91.3. Like, I'm fine getting the 89, especially in season 1, because fades were looking good when it comes to theater gameplay and stuff. So I was fine with just, you know, settling with Shot Artist, because you're gonna see when you make your builds, like, you can't really just get away with all these stats like you may have with the cap breakers last year, or even just on a 6-8 in general last year. But yeah, especially with no cap breakers. Anyway, so this was me adjusting the build around after learning what I learned. So I went 85 per M, because that's where you get silver seat belt depending on your agility.
I don't know.
So I put my,
like, I know I want to be a lock, right? But I want to be a lock, but I want to shoot and be able to dribble at least a little bit to handle my own, you know. But as far as, I don't know what position I want, because I really have to physically have the game or have the builder in order to make my height and my and that would decipher my position. You get what I'm saying? So I can't really tell you that part, but I can tell you what I'm looking for. Type. Then I gotta follow up with my homie to make sure it corresponds with what he has. So yeah, we gonna cook though. We gonna cook for sure. That's why I was saying I might be on later. I'm trying to see. I don't know if y'all want to see us make the builds or talk about our build breakdowns, because I might not have a screen for y'all to see, but we gonna be talking on the court or something, and then we're gonna be chopping it up about that. So maybe we could hop on. I don't know. They'll probably be super, like, in the evening though, later. Like 8. We'll see.
Agility up, got silver seat belt. Then we look at the steel. You need an 83 steel for silver glove. Or if you don't care about silver glove and you just want silver interceptor, you can go 77 steel, which I'm honestly fine with after seeing the gameplay. Like, there's not a lot of blitzes right now, so is what it is. So Then I just upgraded my speed to upgrade it. I don't know what speed or agility we're exactly gonna need. Like, we're obviously gonna have to play the game to figure that out. High flying deniers at 68 block.
You're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44. Since the beginning of the internet, there's never been such a fun, fast, and intelligent way to launch.
The paint patroller is 70 blocks.
Cause like with him right now, you kind of got to fill out the builder. Like, he just messing around right now. He trying to fill things out to see how the builder is, how many points you could get, how many points that could get wasted, you know. So it's really a lot of playing around with the sliders. For it really take hours to even make your first build. So the fact that we could start it like before the game even dropped and we could get straight to it is kind of refreshing, because you don't want to spend 3 hours looking at builds and looking at videos for what, you know. And I wonder how many builds we could make. Can we only make one, or can we make 3 or 4 builds per se? And that'd be W marketing, because if you could make multiple builds, right, and people are willing to throw money into this game, you will make a whole lot more money doing that than just making a 1 build requirement.
And 61 interior, or was it 60? I think it's 60 interior for paint patrol. Yeah, 60 interior. So I went ahead and got that really quick. And then I also wanted, you know, some other stats, but right now the defense is like looking good enough, right? Like, it's not, I don't have anything great.
Exactly. You see what's going on. You could lower a lot of these, but like I said, he playing with it, but he playing with the stats, but you could lower them. Like, for example, like I was just talking about, you don't need a crazy, depending on what you do, you don't need a crazy driving layup. You don't need a crazy driving dunk. You don't even need a crazy standing dunk. It's just something that you need to like something on some cool, like, balanced stuff. What you do need is a guarantee is a mid-range and a 3-point. Okay, cool, knock that down. Close shot maybe, because that's where you can get them crazy bag moves, the up and unders, the step throughs, you feel me? So you might need that this year. Pass act low, you can have that low. Ball handle, depending on if you want to dribble or not. You don't always have to dribble. Centers, you don't. So you a center, you don't have to dribble for real. You don't worry about that. Speed with ball, you don't really worry about that. Only the ball handle only counts for you per se, since you a center, to keep the ball in your hands. So if you could get like a post move, if you're doing a post, they don't strip the ball away from you. That's the only reason why you would have a ball handle in the first place. Speed don't really matter for you. Agility, probably, yes. I'll probably say strength, yes. Vert, maybe. Block for sure. Still, I don't know. Interior defense for sure. Perimeter D, you're not gonna be on the perimeter all that time, you know. So that might not matter as much. O board and D board for you, definitely. I'd probably say standing dunk if you want to get OP, post control if you want to get OP, and then close shot. Driving layups, maybe you be straight, and then driving dunk be straight. So that's how I'll run it for you. But you probably know what you're doing already. But I'm just saying, you get me? I'm just breaking things down. Yeah.
Easy, but it's like what I need for the certain badges, right? And I went down to 87 dunks, 75 vertical, so I can still get contacts like you could last year, but like I don't have the 89, 78 contacts. And I also have an 89 3-pointer for that takeover and the badges, and I have an 87 mid-range for the silver fading badge called Smooth Operator, because you can't get the same badges you want at mid-range with 3-pointer. Like, you know how last year you upgrade mid-range, you get set shot specialist, and that works for threes too. Like, no, they're separate mid-range badges and they're separate 3-point badges. So if you want to be a mid-range shooter and a 3-point shooter, you got to upgrade both. You know what I mean? So if you don't upgrade one or the other, you're not gonna have the badges for them, and you're not gonna be shooting as well from that area. Okay, I went 70 pass sag, and I'm messing around with that because, you know, I'm on the 2, so I don't need a crazy high pass sag. And this is me just messing around with the stats, seeing what I can get away with. Once again, this is my second attempt at making this 6-7. The first attempt, I didn't even know the badge thresholds or the animation thresholds. After learning them, this is me adjusting. So I was going for the O board, getting that 60 to get Crasher and Bronze Sink Snatcher. I couldn't get this 70. You know, I'm already at 98 overall. So I'm trying to see even what extra stats I could possibly get right here. I went up to 82 agility just to get it, because once again, I don't know how much speed, how much agility we're even gonna need. I even got all the way to 87 speed for gold hash, but it's not really gonna help me on the 2s. But of course, if you're playing 5s and you're on the running the break on a 2 guard, that badge is gonna be really important. Then I just upgraded in tier.
Let's see, 86, 89. That's cool. See how he didn't even touch this right here, but he wanna dunk so bad. So the 87 is gonna equip all the dunk animations that you want, like the contact dunks and that. So that's why he got that 87 threshold usually. With me, I wouldn't even worry about that shit, bro. I'm not trying to get on the run for real. Niggas like to spark shit. I like to shoot. He ain't like, what are we talking about? 85 definitely need that for a guard. 77, that's okay. Interior, you don't. Yeah, this looked pretty solid to me though, for what he have. 70 pass act. See, it depends. Like, you could really play around with the pass act, because if you're good at passing and make good judgment, you don't need real high pass act. Especially if you don't pass for real. This is an ISO player for him, for his 2s. So he ISO, if he don't got it, then he kick it out type thing, and then dude knock it down. By that time, they're gonna be helping. The 2s players gonna be helping, stopping Triple H, Double H. And then he gonna kick it out, and then folks gonna knock it down, because he's such a good shooter. He don't need his pass act badges.
Just for the stats, which, hey, you might want to upgrade that interior just for the stats, or else you're gonna be getting yammed on like crazy in 2K27. So I even got up to a 65 interior, which is not too bad. And right now, like, this is what a 6-7 build is really looking at basically 99 overall. And I want you to notice, I don't even have a stat in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which, like, a lot of y'all would look at that and be like,
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no tech skills, just Riverside.
Damn, that's trash. But, like, bro, this...
You can't do it. Yeah.
This is what you can get away with in 2K27. You're not going to have, at least with no cap breakers, I feel like this is pretty good getting away with this with 0 cap breakers. But you're gonna see what I end up making with just a couple cap breakers in mind. And once we unlock some badge tokens, some cap breakers, you're definitely gonna be able to make some crazy builds here. Now I'm going over the badges and how much badge tokens I get in each slot. So I have 8 finishing, 13 playmaking, 1 rebound, 17 shooting, 8 defense, and 8 physical. Now those change based off your height. That's what changes that the most. And also how much each badge costs in terms of badge tokens changes on your height, and also a little bit about what you're upgrading. So limitless range on silver isn't going to cost the same on a 6'2 than a 6'8. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's kind of like 2K23 in a sense.
That's a good point. It comes to that. That's a good point. A lot of you that don't know, certain things are going to be expensive depending on your position, right? Not your position, but what you're looking for. I mean, I guess position too. Because, for example, centers, your rebounding going to be expensive. Your defense is going to be expensive. Physical is probably going to be expensive. Playmaking not going to be expensive. Shooting might be expensive. But finishing is definitely going to be expensive, you know? But if you're a playmaker and you're a guard, shooting going to be expensive. Playmaking going to be expensive. Finishing not really. Maybe though. Mediocre. Rebounding is not going to be expensive at all. Defense is going to be expensive. And if physicals, speed and agility is going to be expensive. But bigs, strength and vertical probably. And then maybe agility.
But yeah, obviously, if you wanted free throw, if you play fives, you got to upgrade that and lower something else. If you want more pass set because you want to play PG on this build on the fives or the threes, then you might have to upgrade that and lower something else. Or
good, bro.
if you play twos, then this is fine for me, right? Or if you play ones, then you don't need any pass set, you don't need any rebounding. Take that off, right? Or if you want to do a little bit of everything in every game mode, then just adjust it to your liking. But this was for my liking, right? And these are the baddies and stats I ended up going with on my first version of the 6-7, right? This is no cap breakers in mind, y'all. So we do get contacts, we get the shooting baddies, and we get the animations we want, we get the Zach Levine dribble style, we get the defensive baddies that
I wonder how many
we can
people
get away
actually
with
go
the attributes we have at hand. And we're not, we have like decent speed and agility to start the year, enough vertical for the contact.
If anything, people gonna be 6-7 off the shooting guard, off a 2 guard. I'm thinking, because you could probably get way more for a bang of your buck on a shooting guard 6-7 than.
And then just 60 board just to get some kind of rebounding baddies. And the build name we end up getting is a two-way bucket chaser. So
that's a hard name, two-way bucket chaser. Setting fire, applies a shooting boost and stand still 3-point shots. Hey, yo, static midi. Okay. Apply shooting boost, stand still. So that's basically like steady jumper or steady, slippery off ball that's still in the game. The strengths, deep range demands respect, quick jumper with devastating dunks, exceptional mid-range scoring ability. Those are good positives. The weakness is ball dominant with little passing ability. Opponents win most physical matchups. This one is a big takeaway though, right here. Opponents win most physical matchups. Because if you face a slash or you face something like that, he might be going off. But you could get away with being a 2 guard. You could be a 2 guard with this build. You 6'7", and then you could find you a guard to play with.
So our weaknesses, it says, is ball dominant with little passing ability because we have a 70 pass.
Double H could get away
and then
with
opponents
this.
Win most physical matchups because I don't have strength, but I don't plan on upgrading strength. I mean, I know some of y'all in the comments going to be tweeting about that because y'all love strength, but I never put strength on my build. It's just not something I want to do, unless maybe I was like a lockdown or something, but I'm not going for a lockdown build. But yeah, here's the screen when it comes to the badge tokens. I mean, I gotta lie, y'all are gonna be super confused, but even I was a little confused, but this is just me messing around with it. I'm gonna go more into depth with it and what I equipped when it comes to like the next build I make. But you basically, yeah, I put on my tokens and stuff. I put on some of the takeovers I unlocked. I unlocked shot artist takeover. I unlocked airspace finishing takeover, which is really good if you watch the gameplay video. Playmaking, I got blurred takeover unlocked on this build. And then I got glue defensive takeover, and then just the default rebounding takeover. So,
yo,
those are or takeovers. And blur is
sometimes I just want what I want right now. You know,
passing by opponent on blow bys.
But a lot of builds,
sticky. It's like you being able to like stick onto the person, basically self-explanatory. Enhances the ability to drive by defenders, making it easier.
So I'll get 2 default takeovers. So I actually get 4 takeover abilities with this build, which is pretty crazy to be honest. You know, a lot of builds only would only get 3 takeover abilities. We get 4, so definitely a very good all-around build. That's a good sign of that. All right, now it's time to make my official build for 2K20. I think this is like, I'm gonna base my actual build I start on 2K27 with based off this. So y'all know I'm a 2s player. I'm gonna, keep some cap breakers in mind. I didn't even show you the cap breaker screen on the first build I made. So now I'm going into this build thinking about cap breakers. So we're gonna go 6-7 point guard. Once again, if you want to make this build the 2 or the 3, depending on what you're trying to do with the build, of course you could do that. I'm not telling you to make the build exactly. I'm just showing you what I did. I cannot stress that enough. Anyways, so yeah, well, the first thing I do is upgrade my 3-pointer to an 89 because we want that shot artist takeover, and then the 87 mid-range for silver smooth operator, and that also gives us gold set and fire at 89.3. We get the fading 3-point badge at silver. We get silver limitless range. We get the fading
my little
silver mid-range badge.
Be on Fortnite 24/7, 26/8, like 27 whatever, 25/8, bruh. He loved Fortnite. He got all the skins. He got legendary guns. He got legendary everything. Like, it's crazy.
Badge and the gold standing still badge. So the gold stand still shooting badges and the silver fading badges. And then with the driving dunk, I went ahead and put that to 87 to start, just to get contacts, silver posterizer. I also wanted some good speed. I'm not trying to be slow out here. So originally I just upgraded to 82 speed, 81 agility, and then, you know, 85 speed. You know, we're just upgrading slow at a time. Okay, we're not finished with the build. 75 vertical to get the contact dunks that we need. The off 2 contact dunk. 85 prim for that silver seatbelt badge. 77 steel for silver interceptor. Not going for that silver glove just yet. Then 68 dunk is going to give us, or 68 dunk, 68 block is going to give us high flying denier. So I go to that, and then 70 for the paint patroller, and then 60 for the paint patroller, and then I just go extra 65 interior just to get it, because you know you might need it in this game. And that might not, that's honestly probably not even enough. 60 O board to get the bronze rebounding badges. 86 ball handle to get the drill moves we want with Paul George escape. 83 speed of ball to get Zach Levine dribble style. 70 pass act to get silver dimer, and just to be able to get some decent passes on the twos. You know, that's really all you need on the twos. But obviously, depending on what game mode you play, what position you're playing, you're probably gonna want to lower something, upgrade that. Maybe if you want free throw, I put 40 standing dunk just to get the animation. You know, on wide open standing dunks, I'll have some kind of green windows.
Bro, he basically made the same build that he just had. So wait, hold on. Let's get into it, man. Yeah, I think close shot gonna be very valuable this year, though. And people usually don't touch close shot, but I dang near might go close shot higher than my drive and layup and dunk. How many I got currently? Or are you asking currently or in total on this stream? Cause it keep on fluctuating from like 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, or cause it say 3 watching right, or 2 watching right now. But people be leaving in and out. But close shot though. Okay. See how he got the 71 driving layup? Who really cares about driving layup? He cares about dunking. Standing dunk don't care. Post control don't care. Who's gonna post up? Oh, in total, okay. Let's see how much, man. Only 61 viewers, or 61 views. Not too shabby though. Not too shabby for it to be in the afternoon. Like early in the afternoon. So that's good. I'm telling you though, we gonna be cracking chat. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand, man. And I'm still trying to get my watch hours for my YouTube, you know. So if y'all here right now and y'all enjoying stream, man, go tune into my vlogs. Go tune into my y'all gonna have fun with my vlogs. I'm telling you, my vlogs is like really pressure, bro. And then also my future streams. Like I said, we're gonna be on 2K. This is gonna be our main game. Like I said. And then also GTA coming out. I plan to get GTA. We gonna get to cracking on GTA. More about me. I do rodeos. I go to rodeos. Yeah, I'm a city boy, but a country boy at heart too. I do all type of stuff, bro. I do baseball too. If y'all into sports, I don't only mess around with basketball, but I get in that field with baseball when I need to lock in on that. Yeah, you feel me? Just let me know, man.
But in hindsight, I'd like to have a way higher standing dunk, but you're gonna see what I end up doing with the cap breakers. But yeah, this is what I made originally, right? Like, this is the first build we made, and you're gonna see this is the cap breaker screen for this build. So our cap breakers are pretty bad, I'd like to say. You know, besides the steel, you know, maybe we can get to that 83 steel to get silver glove with 3 cap breakers on that, or maybe we upgrade the pass ag and, you know, we get that to like 83 pass ag. And but look at, like, everything else is just like +1s for the most part. You know, the interior is good cap.
Oh my gosh, the cap breakers is insane on this build. Hold on, chat. Hold on, y'all. Dang, how did he get this
screen for this build? So our cap breakers are
yo, cap breakers
see
nasty.
What I end up doing with the cap breakers. But yeah, this is what I made originally, right? Like, this is the first build we made, and you're gonna see this is the cap breaker screen for this build. So our cap breakers are
the foot shooting. The full shooting boosts to all shooting attributes by 30 plus, up a maximum of 80, up to a maximum of 80. A wider timing window on off dribble jumpers, making it easier to convert off any dribble move. This is insane. A lot of shot creators gonna be fiending over these right here. 89. See what I mean? See what I mean? Oh, y'all can't see, but I'm going to let you know. It says 89 3-point shot or 89 mid-range shot. So you really got to pay attention. You got to have either one of those. I will be trying to figure out which one I could get. I'm going to tell you that right now. Calibrated. Okay, so wider timing window on catch and shoots. Okay, 85 3. Or 85 mid-range. That's doable right there. The 89 is kind of crazy. But we're going to try to make things shake. Zip code extends effective shooting range. Okay, on some Steph Curry stuff. 91 3-point. Okay. 91, that's going to take a lot out of your points. Your badge points. Or your bar. I'm not going to lie to you.
are pretty bad, I'd like to say. You know, besides this.
This is insane, though. I mean, honestly. Like, it's insane to see all of them unlocked. You're not going to have all these unlocked, obviously, but this is what you can do, like, when you upgrade type. Oh, son. So he could still touch his mid-range, but he probably wouldn't get no badges for it. You could actually, for this right here, for the 3-point shot, you could actually go 88 maybe, and then catch your 89 on the back end. That's if you want to save points. Free throw, who cares, really? Look how cheap that is. Pass act, you could catch that on the back end too. Ball handle, okay, +1s. Maybe you won't get nothing really crazy for that. Interior defense, that's where things shake. Interior defense, if that's what you want. Perimeter D, that's not going to do too much. Still, not going to do too much. Block, not going to do too much. O-board, this is where it could get crucial too. If you want a good rebounding guard, or you feel like your rebounding, you got to do better rebounding. This is what you might have to come up off of. This might not do too much. Strength, who cares? And then vertical, who cares?
Steel, you know, maybe we can get to that 83 steel to get silver glove with 3 cap breakers on that, or maybe we upgrade the pass ag and, you know, we get that to like 83 pass ag. And but look at, like, everything else is just like +1s for the most part. You know, the interior is good cappers. So I was like, okay, what can I save? Like, also we could get 91 ball handle with +5 cappers, but I was like, okay, what can I save attributes on? And maybe start out with another stat that I would like the 91 ball handler per se, and see what I can get away with. So I went back to the builder.
Like I said, you could get away with that 3-point. Take that to 88. That's not gonna kill you or anything, you know. But you will have to grind that you could probably use that as your second build once you get your cap breaker.
Adjusted some things around, and I went down on the mid-range. I went to 79 mid-range. So, because I still am going to get that 87 mid-range for Silver Smooth Operator, but we went down to 87 or 79 mid-range. I went up to 70 O-board to get that Silver Sink Snatcher for rebounding. And then I went down the interior defense to 60.
Make art that sets you apart with Adobe Photoshop. It could be your next breakthrough, or...
And then right here, you know, I got 70 interior, I got 85 agility, but with the lower mid-range with the 70 O board, and I could do this, you know, the 10 cap breakers, I'd have the 87 mid-range and the 91 ball handle, but I'm like, okay, I'm probably not gonna get 10 cap breakers early, so let me adjust this agility, let me adjust this interior defense, let me adjust this rebounding, see what I can get away with to try to get this 91 ball handle off rip. And this is what I ended up going with. So you see, I don't have the 40 standing dunk anymore. I don't have the 85 agility anymore. I don't even have the 85 perim anymore. I have the 65 interior still. I only have the 60 O board. And now I get the 91 ball handle off rip to get that SGA escape and to get higher handles for days. And looking at my cap breakers, I can still get like 83 pass. Like I can get a high interior. I can get the 85 perim. I can get an 83 steal. And then I can get an 87 mid-range with 5 cap breakers on the mid-range. So if I were to start with 5 cap breakers, I would just put my 87 mid-range to the test. I get the Paul George escape, I get the SGA escape, I get the Zach LaVine dribble style, and I get gold handles for days now, which I get the Paul George escape.
And see, and see how he locked the 3-point. The 3-point don't matter once you get the 89. I'm not gonna lie, or probably 90. If you get a 90, maybe you unlock something. But if say if he would have kept that 89 and then got the 90-91, then he would have been able to shoot from the garage out back, you know. So it's a lot that you can
get the SGA escape, I get the Zach LaVine dribble style, and I get gold handles for days now, which eventually I get +2 and get legend handles for days on a 6-7. And this build was ended up calling a hash sinker slasher. So taking a look at the first build compared to the second build, honestly, I would probably go with the first build just because I get the 40 standing dunk, I get the extra perimeter defense, and I get the extra +1 agility, and I could still get the 91 ball handle with the same amount of cap breakers with the +5, right? And then I also start with the mid-range off rip, and like, oh, I don't start with the SGA, like I'll be fine. But if I want to start with the SGA, I'd go with the other build. But yeah, very similar builds, pretty similar outcomes. This is the next build, but you kind of lose a little stats with the perim, with the agility, and with the standing dunk, but then you get to the ball handle off rip, and then you can cap break the mid-range. So I feel like regardless, both these, I mean, the first build literally gets everything you would want with just 5 cap breakers. You know, you get all the dribbles you want, you have a high ball handle, high handles for days, you get the LaVine dribble style, you get all the shooting badges for mid-range and 3-pointer, you get the contact dunks, you get solid defense, you have some kind of rebound, and then you have the physicals needed outside of strength.
Man, just imagine if he dropped this down from the 87, he being stubborn with that contact dunk. Like, bruh, he could open up so many other things, bro. He could put that back on here. He could put that on. He could have put that on the ball handle. He could put that on so many.
Now taking a look at the badge tokens, this is where it's confusing, but I'm just gonna show me putting on the badge tokens. But basically how this works, y'all, and at the time you're seeing I'm doing it wrong, but you're gonna see I do it wrong. But the first thing you want to do is put on your fuse badges, and when you put on your fuse badges, those are gonna be badges that you just get for free. You don't have to spend tokens on them. So let's say I put on like handles for days +1, and eventually you're gonna see I get +2, so I can get legend handles for days at one point. But let's say I get like Hall of Fame handles for days from gold to Hall of Fame, and then I want to put a reaction badge on that. So the reaction badge could be like lightning launch, and that can go from silver to gold. So when I'm activating handles for days a lot, lightning launch is going to go from silver to gold, and handles for days just starts the game at Hall of Fame. Does that make sense? So if you want the fuse badges that you equip to be badges that activate a lot, because then you're going to get reaction badges that go up. Okay, now the reaction badges are going to cost you tokens. You have to have those actually equipped. Fuse badges you don't have to spend tokens on, they're just for free. And then of course you have a certain amount of badge tokens.
I feel like this
in each category of finishing, playing, rebounding, shooting, defense, and physicals, mostly based off your height.
Right now,
and you also have a certain amount of badge slots too, but you can add badge tokens and badge slots. And apparently you can also you know, unlock badge tokens and badge slots through, you know, rep, levels, crews, challenges, and all that good stuff. So you're gonna unlock more of those, and these are kind of just the badges I was putting on at first. They allowed us 3 badge slots or bonus badge slots and 12 bonus badge tokens. So that's what I ended up putting on. Let me know what y'all think of the 6-7s in NBA 2K27. I'm sure y'all gonna have to look at some other builds, because don't compare it to 2K26, because this is a completely different builder. Okay, you're not gonna be able to get away with same things you were getting away with in 2K26. But I think 6-7 is my favorite height when it comes to some kind of ISO build in 2K27. Yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all thought. You know, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're gonna have other build videos on the channel. Make sure to go check them out. If you haven't checked out the gameplay breakdown video, go check that out.
I forgot we gotta watch the other one.
Y'all. Peace.
I'm trolling.
Whoa, I too love bowling. And your daughter.
Maybe we still got time. Huh?
Super glue? Walmart.
We're looking at 6'8" builds in today's video. I got multiple different versions. One with a 70 pass sec, 77 pass sec, 80 pass sec, and one with an 85 pass sec, depending on what you're trying to do with this build. You're going to be able to get contact dunks, elite shooting in both mid-range and three-point area. We'll have all-around defense. You're going to be super fast, and you're going to unlock all those dribble moves and this max speed with ball you can get on a 6'8". And this build can even eventually get a little glitchy with cap breakers when it comes to getting a super high mid-range or even a crazy standing dunk meter. Yeah, 6'8" builds are definitely still valid in NBA 2K27, and we're about to take a deep dive into them in today's video. So make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new, and let's go ahead and just dive straight into this. With NBA 2K27 being new to all of us, you're gonna need help with the best animations and jump shots. And NBA2KLab.com has you covered with a bunch of free tools. But if you buy their monthly subscription using code HH for 20% off at checkout, you get access to all their premium tools, ranking all the best to worst animations, but having the ability to have every jump shot's base and releases ranked in green window percents and speeds in milliseconds is wild. There's also a custom jump shot recommender where you can plug in your controller and it. So with this build, I'm only keeping 5 cappers in mind, but you can easily go beyond 5 because there's, and it's really good with 0 cappers at a 2 garden on 5s or something like that. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, make a shooting guard because you can't make a point guard 6'8", so we're gonna go 6'8", and then we're gonna go with the wingspan. We're gonna adjust the wingspan, and look at, if I go to 92.3, I can get up to gold Deadeye. I get gold fading 3 badge, which is the arc cadence badge, and I get gold set and fire, which is the standing still badge.
Y'all want me to go with more gameplay?
3-point shots. Right, so I feel like 92.3 is definitely worth it. 91 gives you the deep bomber takeover as well. So I want to go with the wingspan that's going to give me that 92 3-pointer. And then I adjusted the weight a little bit so I get at least that 70 board while still being as fast as possible, because I do want rebound on my build. If you don't want rebound, then just go do whatever. If you want strength, do whatever with your weight, go higher. It's really all personal preference. I'm not basically telling you to make this build. I'm just giving you an idea of what you can do with 6'8". So the first thing I did was upgrade my 3-pointer to a 92. That gave me all those gold badges we just talked about. Then I put my mid-range to a 93 because you want to upgrade both. You can't upgrade one of these.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, cool. I got you. Let's go to this one. I think Joe Knows just dropped something. We might be in luck.
Rep from Good Mythical Morning here to put Burger King to the test with their new Whopper guarantee. If they don't make it just how...
Hell, ooh, I don't know what it is. They frying me. It's over.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
That was crazy. Yeah, I'm getting fried. Oh, come on. I don't know who the fuck that was. That was you? Oh, man, you was open, gang. I'm like, me frying me.
Your nose don't play no games, game.
With pure green windows being smaller and NBA.
Wait, off rip though, you see how quick they moving? Look at this.
Frying me.
With pure.
Look at this. Look how it looks so smooth. It don't look choppy. Like the drill moves don't look choppy when you try to do combos. when you try to do mix-ups.
Green windows being smaller in NBA
Look at
2K27, it's going to be more important than ever to get the biggest green window jump shot for your specific build. And NBA 2K Lab has you covered. They have a bunch of players because I spent majority of the day working on other things for content, but I was taking on my boy Trey, and we even got his reaction to the game included. Let's go.
Let's see. Come on. Why can't I keep doing that?
I ain't gonna lie, he came out, hit me with a midi pull-up. Then he's gonna go over to the left side here, hit me with a step back to the corner, pull up, green that. I'm like, I might be in trouble.
Green. I'm so fickle with shooting game. Good bumps.
Okay, they still got them icons.
I tried to step through for no reason. I just wanted to try it.
So unlike yesterday's Play Now gameplay in the Myplayer mode, we were able to customize our HUD, so we were able to put on the shot feedback, and as you can see,
the shot feedback is definitely good. You think so, bruh? I hope so. But at the same time, I feel like I'll be completely honest, too honest about what's going on to the point where I don't know. We'll see,
you can
bro.
see the contest. I get a light contest on that shot right there.
That'd be something else. Let me know what y'all think about that.
But back to business. We got the ball in our hands for the first time. He's gonna push up on me, so I'm gonna do a little normal 2 hop jumper to detach from his body and then just push up on me.
Pressed him.
No, what y'all think about that? But back to business. We got the ball in our
he pressed him though,
hands for
and
the
then
first
he stepped back. This is an actual good move in real life too. Look at this.
Time he's gonna.
So he got him. He pressing him.
Push up on me, so I'm gonna do a little.
So he stepped back. He stepped back so he could release himself, so he could just get around.
Normal 2 hop jumper to detach from his body and then just get on that rim.
Yeah, I've been smoking so many layups on.
That's a slasher. I gave that angle, the ball was over.
Now I know he's worried about the rim run, so he's gonna push up on me again. Another normal 2 hop jumper behind the back, hop back. I honestly just did it out of instinct. I wasn't even sure if it was in this game, but hey, we got the hop backs back.
He just fried. Oh my gosh, he just fried. Where you going? You gotta respect these.
Now I'm just gonna hit him with a quick boo boo bop, straight to the basket on that rim. Not playing no games.
Fry.
It's over.
Now, if you watched my gameplay breakdown yesterday, remember I said I definitely had some concerns? Well, check this out. He gets a good bump, and then I don't know what the hell this is.
Wow.
It's like I just got covered in baby oil and just slipped right through him. The initial bump was good, but then what's that?
You beat him to the spot. That's he got lose that.
Past me right there. No bumps.
Hey Trey, I hear you, bro. I hear you. I'm the one that did it, and I couldn't believe that it happened. But back to business. Into a little Euro step, easy bucket. But now check this out again. He plays good D, cuts me off, good bump. He's attached. I'm dead, right? There's not. Huh?
What?
Oh, come on.
It's not even like it's a ratings thing. Trey has 86 perimeter on his build. I don't know what's happening with the physics here, but it ain't good. But let's get back to the game. I ain't gonna lie, we starting to put the SIGs together a little bit. Little whoops. Whoop, hopping back on him, pull up another green.
I jump. Oh,
he getting shaky, boy.
Cook me.
So I'm like, all right, I sparked him up from 3 a couple times. Definitely got on that rim a couple times. You know, I got the finishing badge. Like, all right, he got a good bump there, but he's not going to expect this. We get to the midi fade, another green.
Hell, I don't know what it is. They frying me.
I ain't gonna lie. Joe put too much time into this game, bro. For him to know exactly what he finna do. Like every single situation. Like, bro, you don't stand a chance. I ain't gonna lie.
Now we're about to get back in that one bag. One dribble to the right, boom,
we talking about
back to
one
the left,
top
on that rim.
Pro-Am players too.
Yeah, I'm getting fried.
He's cooking.
You got it.
Now I'm going to get him on my hip here for game point. I'm going to crab him with the escape pull up, and I sold.
All right.
Look, we got a chance.
I only got that because they felt like being generous. Green.
And I could tell Trey was locked in. This was his last game of the day, I'm pretty sure, and he's going to the basket. He's getting a layup on me.
I don't know. He should have cut him off with that one. All right, my boy. I'm gonna catch you. Hey, have a good day. Have a good rest of your day, man. We're gonna get up with each other soon.
Last game of the day, I'm pretty sure, and he's going to the basket.
He cut him
off, getting
though.
A layup on me. Now he's about to come
up.
right back. I get a good bump initially, but then he's gonna hit me with a little crossover, step back, run to the left, midi fade, Green.
Real discipline, I ain't gonna lie.
All right, bro.
Oh, I missed that. That is game.
We got the stop we needed. We got finish and take. I said, you know what? I'm not giving him another chance. Euro step, meter, dunk, ball game.
Good runs.
You better give
You talking about game.
They don't give me
That's
that ball
when you
back.
know you got it.
It's only smart to do. I shot good.
With base 44, a simple sentence.
Yeah, you shot good. You just facing the wrong opponent, my boy.
Hey, I don't know who that is. You cook. Ball out. Fried me.
I know he's good.
Fried me. I shot well. I missed 2 shots. But, hey, they got a good build. They was frying shit. What? Frying shit.
Hey, GG's to Trey. I'm not going to lie. This is one of the better gameplays you're going to see from Community Day. I was watching really, really good players, really good shooters go 0 for 8 from 3. I'm not going to say any names, but they were doing it. For day one on the game,
show you,
for
though.
him to only miss 2 shots, me to only miss 1 shot. We go back and forth, trading threes, trading middies, both getting on the rim. That was a very, very good game.
It'd be a lot of these YouTubers that y'all be watching. I'm not going to say no names. But be garbage. Actually be garbage, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, actually, you be like, bro, how are you a YouTuber? And be getting thrashed.
No troll.
We out. That motherfucker was hooping. Finally, I was shooting well, though. I take that. I don't know who the fuck that was.
You said, I don't know who that was.
That was you. Man, you was fucking hooping, gang. No. That motherfucker, I'm like, man, he frying me.
You should have known, gang.
I wish Trey's face cam didn't cut off there at the end. That way y'all could have seen us kind of interact afterwards on camera, not just the audio from it. But this is the build that I was on in that gameplay. Obviously, like I have...
Oh my gosh. A 94, 84, a 93 driving dunk. A 91 ball handle, a 86 speed with ball, interior, nobody cares. 75 per MD, a steal, 83, 65 block, nobody, 82 speed. Yeah, he made an ISO demon. Oh, he's tough. I ain't gonna lie. Joe really knows, bro. He live up to his name. So you drive layup, who cares?
No pass act because I made it to go play 1v1 in the
he put
theater.
60 standing
I don't know
dunk,
what height or what type of build I'm going to start the year on. I just figured y'all just watched that whole game. You'll probably wanted to see what attributes I had and what height I was and whatnot. But yeah, I got the 93 driving dunk with the 94 3-point rating because you need a 94 shot rating to get Kevin Durant go-to. So I figured I would, experiment with that. The 91 ball handle is to get like the SGA SIGs, the LaMelo SIGs, all the SIGs that, I wanted to have the high ball handle so that I could try out the SIGs. And speaking of SIGs, these are the SIGs I got from Koza. He was labbing dribble moves a lot more than I was, so shout out to Koza for hooking me up with these SIGs. These are the dribble moves that I was using in that gameplay that y'all just watched. But if y'all want more details on animations, attributes, badges, the whole Myplayer builder breakdown, click that video on the screen right there.
That's a W, bro. Like I said, I'm finna end at 2, y'all. So sub up if you new. Just enjoy the process. Cause we finna go crazy when it's dropped. For sure. I wanna see what they do.
In Brawl Stars, hot dogs have magical healing powers. In real life, hot dogs heal nothing. Brawl Stars. Download for free today.
Whether you're a professional or just love getting hands-on with your home projects, Harbor Freight offers quality hand tools backed by a lifetime guarantee. Harbor Freight, your hand tools destination.
Rating to be had on bigs, and this is maybe even shortchanging it a little bit too hard. Even still, I think like
don't forget to share my stream. By the way, if y'all in here, share my streams, man. Let's try to get 100 viewers before I get off.
Me and Laker fan both out. The great minds think alike.
Viewers, man.
I ain't going no less than 88. First build, no less than 88.
Wait,
and I know great minds think alike. Me and Laker fan both out. The great minds think alike. I ain't going no less than 88. First build, no less than 88. I'm definitely not going under 80 on my interior. I ain't trying to let nobody dunk. I'm not trying to let nobody dunk.
Man, I don't care about them dunks. Dunks is only 2 points.
I'm 43 and I promise I don't give a damn what people say. That's what I'm talking about. Free indeed. That's what I'm talking about. We don't give a damn about none of that shit.
It's really hard to get people to buy into that from coming from like the last couple of 2Ks. It's like so hard to, justify putting 90 interior defense and 93 or 94 block on every build I showcase or something like that.
Out here doing farm work. I got you.
Yeah. When you factor in the speed, factor in the strength, factor in the offensive rebounding and the finishing ability you have off of screens, and that you can cap break your three-pointer to 80 while still having the ability to put the ball on the floor and be a respectable passer. Not great for the break starter stuff, but still respectable. I really do think this could get the job done. Same with like also the standing dunk and the close shot not being pitiful. Yeah, and then if you did want to cap break the driving lay as well. So just one last look at the cap breakers again, but I truly do think that 6'11s can be the meta center build in 2K27. Now, let's go ahead and compare this. I'm going to use what I'm also going to use for a future video of, actually, I don't want to drop the title because someone else might be yoinking it, but let's go ahead and compare this though to what other center build heights look like when comparing it to their level of brick wall and at different heights. All right, so basically what I'm going to be doing in this section of the video is now I was just on the fly going to different heights, and it'll be a lot more organized when we get a little bit into the recording, but basically
what was he watching
right here is I wanted to see how tall you could be as a 7'3", or how heavy you had to be as a 7'4" max wingspan to still be able to get gold brick wall. And as you can see, you have to be...
I don't drink energy drinks that often.
Gang.
I'm going to give them some free promo. This motherfucker thing good as shit. Go.
We're watching J-Mac right now, y'all, but I'm trying to figure out who...
sour green apple. That motherfucker good as hell, boy. Whoo, that shit so good. Oh, man, that shit good. I ain't had sour apple anything in a long time. That mud look good.
There you go. Now y'all can
good,
see.
Boy. It's good.
A little bit.
It helped me too. It's supposed to be natural energy. It's like, yeah, natural caffeine. It's not none of the other stuff. Epic focus, legendary energy, zero sugar, no artificial colors. Actually do pretty well too. It actually give me solid energy when I do drink it. I don't feel all super jittery. I don't feel I drank the first one like the other day. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, whatever that day was. But it don't make me feel jittery, and I don't just come off of it neither. It actually does, because like Red Bulls do that to me. I can be like a little jittery and then I ease off of it, but them don't. So y'all be looking old as hell. Stay off the weed. Even though I was in the military for 20 years, I hated that. Outside of deploying.
All right, bro.
Outside of deploying,
chatting.
I never. I never. Outside of deploying, the thing that I hated the most about the military was having to wake up at 5:30.
Appreciate your service, boss.
To go do PT physical training every morning, Monday through Friday. I hated it. I could not stand waking up.
Let's go back to the 6'8".
Guys, cooler won't refill itself.
Price is subverted, my man.
And then this probably gonna be our last one, chat.
That fast?
Pay attention to.
Who knew?
We're looking at 6'8" builds in today's video. I got multiple different versions or control. ways like challenges. And then we're gonna go with the wingspan. We're gonna adjust the wingspan, and look at, if I go to 92.3, I can get up to gold Deadeye. I get gold fading 3 badge, which is the arc cadence badge, and I get gold set and fire, which is the standing still badge for standing still 3-point shots. So I feel like 92.3 is definitely worth it. 91 gives you the deep bomber takeover as well. So I want to go with the wingspan that's going to give me that 92 3-pointer. And then I adjusted the weight a little bit so I get at least that 70 board while still being as fast as possible, because I do want rebound on my build. If you don't want rebound, then just go do whatever. If you want strength, do whatever with your weight, go higher. It's really all personal preference. I'm not basically telling you to make this build. I'm just giving you an idea of what you can do with 6'8". So the first thing I did was upgrade my 3-pointer to a 92. That gave me all those gold badges we just talked about. Then I put my mid-range to a 93, because you want to upgrade both. You can't upgrade one or the other. There's separate mid-range badges and separate 3-point badges. There's a fading badge called Arc Cadence just for fading threes. There's a mid-range badge just for fading mid-range like Smooth Operator. There's a standing still mid-range badge called Static Midi. There's a standing still 3-point badge called, I think, Set and Fire. Yeah, so you need to upgrade both if you want to be lethal at both. So I have 93 midi and 92.3. That's crazy. So I get gold Smooth Operator, gold Static Midi, I get gold Deadeye, I get silver Quick Trigger, I get gold Set and Fire, gold Arc Cadence, which is crazy. Okay, our shooting is insane. 86 ball handle to get that Paul George escape, because yes, you need 86 ball handle to get that if you want to use that. If you don't want to use it, go 85, but you get the ankle burger badge up another level, 86 too. 80 speed with ball. That's going to go ahead and give us silver pace, and I do want silver pace. Okay, I feel like pace and lightning launch are both very important. So yes, I'm not going to settle for 75. I'm going to get that 80. And I think Scoot Henderson dribble styles that you can get with 80 speed ball. I heard that was good. There's probably another one that we just don't know about that's good as well. And now it's time to upgrade the rest of the builds. You're probably thinking, okay, damn, you got a lot. If you looked at other 2K27 build videos, you're like, you got a lot of stats already with that mid-range and 3-1. I don't know how you're going to afford everything else. So look at 85 per rim. So we go in for that silver challenger, that silver seatbelt, 83 steal. So I get silver glove and I get silver interceptor. If you watch my 6'7", I only went 77 steal. Then upgraded the agility a little bit to get that silver seatbelt locked and loaded. And then we're taking a look at the rest of the defensive stats. I get a 70 block, 60 interior to get the bronze high flying denier and the bronze paint patroller. Upgrading the vertical to 75. And then we get the speed to 87 to get that gold flash. So if you're playing 3s or 5s, you're trying to get on the break with this 2-guard build, you're going to be able to do that with gold flash. Maybe +2 eventually when you unlock those fuses and get legend flash. Then we put the pass to 70 just to get something. I mean, obviously, if you're trying to run like point guard with this build, upgrade it a little more. But to start the year with low cap breakers, you could definitely get away with it. But hey, I have a version of this build with 85 pass sag. So look at, we could upgrade it all the way to 85 right here, get 85 pass sag. Then we can get the interior to 65 just because why not? Then we can go all the way to 70 O board. We can max the block to 73. We can mess around with something like this. Now you're probably thinking, well, Double H, you got no dunk, gang. What you doing? But hold on. This is where the cap breakers come in. So just look at this. Like if you wanted pass act, maybe you wanted free throw too, you could do something like this on the screen right here. I don't end up doing this because I don't care for the pass act. So I end up messing around and look at, I can get 88 speed and 88 agility. Like we're maxing out our speed and agility on a day 1 build. Okay. Then I went 65 interior, kept the 70 O board. I got 60 D board too. 70 free throw. You can upgrade it more if you want. I'm not really going to be playing 5, so I wasn't really too worried about that. And look at this right here. I went exactly 59 dunk. Okay, so this is the build right here. And you're probably wondering, well, Double H, why did you go 75 vertical? Why 59 dunk? You know, we did get the vertical for that chase down artist, but it's also for contact dunks. Okay, because we went with 59 exactly. Because I already found exactly the exact stat you need to get dunk cap breakers. Look at these cap breakers, my boy. This is perfect. We have exactly +5 cap breakers to our dunk. Gives us 87 driving dunk, which is going to give us contact dunks with that 75 vertical. This is literally perfect. Now, I already tried messing around, trying to get some other stats, trying to maybe push for that 89 driving dunk, 78 vertical. As you see, with +1 the vertical, we get 78 vertical, but it just wasn't working. It wasn't budging, okay? And we still have other cap breakers that are good in other categories. I could go with a 97 mid-range if I want.
Dang, bruh. He just cooked. And then For the pass act, because I usually go 71, then you could just do +1 right there. And you get a badge or something for that. This look pretty good.
I could go with the 87 driving dunk. B, I get more cap burgers. 81 standing, like exactly 81 standing for Silver Rise Up. And you know how the button is good with standing dunk meter this year. Like you're gonna have to get the standing dunk meter, or you get the standing dunk meter when you use button regardless. And the standing dunk meter is good. So hey, an 81 standing dunk might be soup on a 6'8". Who knows? 97, you can go 97 mid range. You can upgrade that pass like shit. You can even just max that interior defense just to get it. You can put it on D board, maybe get a +5 block for just no reason. Maybe you want that vertical up there. Like there's a really good cap breaker options on this build, making it a really good versatile day one build, especially if you plan on, I mean, dude, 5 cap breakers, it's easy, but look at how little I can adjust this build. So I adjusted 60 dunk to 41 standing, okay? And then I go back to the cap breakers and it's still exactly 87 driving dunk. So I'm like, this is me trying to adjust to try to finesse 89 dunk, okay? And then I adjust again. I go 61 driving dunk, 59 D board, and look at what happens when I go 59 D board. Everything's +1.
I'm using Adobe Photoshop to design a collage that features all that inspires me. Sometimes I change my mind about the aspect ratio, so
So yeah, I'm telling you, this is the money slot. Like I found a really, really good day one 6'8" build, man. Like this is really good if we can find something. And look at, I even adjusted around the stats a little bit. If you don't want to just max that speed and agility, you can go from 88 speed to 87 speed, from 88 agility to 85 agility, you know, get that block to a 72, and now you have enough for 77 pass act, which is give you silver break starter, versatile visionary, silver dimer still. So there's 3 versions. We have the 77 pass act version, the 85 pass act version, the 70 pass act version, or you could lower that block a little bit and the interior a little bit and get 80 pass act with the 71-61 combo with the interior and blocks. Now we have like 4 different versions, right? Well, actually you get 60, 73, but we have like 4 different versions. We have the 80 pass act version, the 70 pass act version, the 77 pass act version, the 85 pass act version. But regardless, man, look at this build. Like this would be the version I would make because I'm more of a twos player. You get contact dunks. You can eventually get standing dunks too at 81 standing dunk. You get 93 midi, 92 3, so you're elite at both. You get max ball handle, max speed with ball. You can have pass out. You can have the lower pass out depending on how you want to min max it. You can put cap breakers on interior, get crazy interior defense, 78 in fact. You have good defensive stats, 85 perimeter, 83 steal. You have rebounding. You have max speed and agility day one. And you have the vertical to get the contact. Like, this is a crazy build. Like, unless you want strength, which I'm sure you can adjust the build around. I mean, if we adjusted the build around for pass act, you could adjust it around for free throw or strength if you want one of those. But this is really crazy. And this build ended up being called a two-way shot hunter. And its weaknesses was strength and dunking, but the dunking's not going to be a weakness because we're going to put cap breakers on it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really care for strength on my build. I was getting bumpy with a 60 prim, 60. I've seen people getting bumpy with a 60 prim, 60 strength on some builds. So I'm not really tweaking about the strength, right? But you know, bruiser could be insane. Who knows? But yeah, looking at the badges, I know y'all probably confused about the badges. Once again, I explained this in all my build videos, but fuse. Basically, let's say you put a fuse badge on, right? I'm going to show me equipping badges, but you see, I got badge tokens, so I have different badge tokens in different categories. You can see I got 19 shooting, 10 defense. Yeah, sure. What do I got? A decent amount of playmaking. We got like 5 finishing total, 3 rebounding, and like 8 physical badge tokens. So then I can put on fuse badges, which eventually you can unlock +2s for that. So let's say I put like handles grenades from gold or from silver to gold on one of my fuses. I can attach a reaction badge like lightning launch, and I can put that from silver to gold. So the fuse badges are free. So whatever fuse badges you're putting on, you don't have to, you know, use badge tokens to put on those builds. But the reaction ones do cost badge tokens. But with the fuse badges, let's say handles for days with the lightning launch, like I just said, you want your fuse badges to be badges that activate a lot. So every time a game starts, my fuse badge is handles for days, right? So it's just going to be on gold already, even though I only had it on silver because I +1'd it with fuse. So it's going to start the game on gold. But every time I activate fuse a lot, eventually lightning launch is going to go from silver to gold because it's attached to fuse with the reaction badge. So once again, want to put badges that are not only expensive but are also going to activate a lot for your fuse badges. And yeah, this was me messing around with it. Eventually, you know, you see I'm getting Hall of Fame Set and Fire, Hall of Fame Deadeye, Gold Limitless Range, Gold Challenger, Gold Lightning Launch, Gold Handles for Days, Gold Seatbelt. We're getting all types of badges right here. and wait until we unlock a bunch of badge tokens and bonus slots. It's gonna get crazy, even with the +2s as well. Like, ooh, it might get crazy with these 6-8 builds if you can really figure out how to move with them. And yeah, after putting everything on, this is not bad. And once again, when we put on the cap breakers for the contact dunks, we'll get silver posterizer. We'll unlock those contact dunk animations. We also get the gold fading 3 badge, the gold fading mid-range badge. We also get silver interceptor. We have bronze high flying denier. We'll eventually get paint patroller on there too. We have both this silver sink snatcher rebounding badge and the bronze crasher rebounding badge on a 6-8. So we gotta go crazy with that. We have gold flash, we have bronze workhorse, and we're gonna and once you get more badge tokens and badge slots, you're just gonna get all these badges on even a crazier level, especially when you get those +2 fuses. Then when it comes to the takeovers, we unlocked the deep bomber takeover for shooting, which was called Zip Code. We'll also get the finishing takeover airspace, which is like the most OP takeover in the game once we put those cap breakers on. And then, because you do get it with 8775, I got it on a 6-7 with 8775 dunk and vertical. We get blur playmaking takeover. We get glue defensive takeover. We are literally gonna have 4 takeover abilities on this build. Absolutely insane. Hey, let me know what you guys think of 6-8 builds in the comments down below, and make sure to check out some of the videos on your screen or on the channel. We have other build videos on the channel already. We have the gameplay breakdown video. You're definitely gonna want to go check those out. And
not only 6-8's the most balanced, but it seemed like your jumper be so pure using 6-8s. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. You know, I like the 6-8s. I like the tall builds. Tall builds shoot better. The guards and shooting guards, it kind of, you know, hit or miss with me, but really not hit or miss. It's just I feel like it's not as good as the bigger guards. But yeah, man, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this live, man. I appreciate y'all sticking in here with me. Let me know what y'all gonna build in the comments if y'all reached this far. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope y'all excited for this. We got a lot of content in store for this, man. Not only gameplays but challenges, and hopefully we got our chat cracking enough where we could be in tune and everything of that nature, man. That being said, we out, bruh. I was about to do my YouTube outro on y'all.